Yes!
Team Jeffries!
It's a mio, Akimo Jeffries. Hola! Yeah! All right, I brought some propage, man. All right, man.
Hakeem, thanks for coming to the show. I know you're not getting paid. It's shut down. So.
Akimo Jeffries.
Akimo Jeffries. One thing we've learned. The left cannot take a joke.
Oh, man, they can't meme. Yeah, nothing, dude.
They're so butthurt about it.
Oh, man, welcome to the Dude Man podcast. My God, we're all about taking the breaks now. We're being funded by the Daily Wire, so we take a break every 2 weeks.
How you do it.
Yeah, that's right.
Barely do your job. Wait till another podcaster gets assassinated and then swoop in on his territory.
That's right.
Try
Yeah,
to take
so
over.
we're actually we're now Turning Point USA, believe it or not. Man, crazy. So we did a little bit of a trip to Vegas. What turned into 2 days became 2 weeks. Here, 2 weeks.
Two weeks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we had to, man.
We're here, though. What, they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas for 2 weeks. I think that's actually the saying, now that I think about it. No, we went to Vegas. Had a spectacular time. Too much fun, I have to say. All you naysayers out there shitting on Vegas, you have no idea what you're talking about, and you've never done it the right way. I'm just throwing it out there.
I was just thinking, you should be a Vegas travel planner.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
You nailed it. Even with the, comeback on Saturday night was genius move. Nobody on that plane.
It was great, right?
I had so much room. It was fantastic.
No difference Friday night to Saturday night Vegas. If we were there Thursday night, almost too tired by the time Friday night rolled around. I mean, I don't know how we had enough energy. Thank God for the pool. And then, of course, Emma, the greatest hangover in the history of mankind. I'm still hearing about the hangover recovery. She was just telling me last night, did I tell you about the IV I got for that hangover? I was like, yeah, you told us. We heard the whole story.
She needs to write it down and publish it.
It's going to be an expose on Variety magazine in just about a month from now. Yeah, it's going to be very exciting stuff.
Netflix doc.
That's right.
I'm guessing within a couple.
Yeah, it is going to be on Netflix, starring black lesbian actress as Emma, right? It'll be a black lesbian.
Yeah, obviously.
I'll be played by the guy who did the Black Panther. Is he alive anymore? I actually shouldn't be using that guy as a reference.
You'd be a lesbian, too.
That's right. Black Panther now, I believe, a lesbian, if I'm not mistaken.
Shut up.
Yes, dude. They're rolling out the new Avengers, and I saw the lineup. They're bringing back the X-Men from 20 years ago, who's the bald guy? He's coming back as Professor X for this movie.
Professor X? No way.
Yeah, Star Trek guy. I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, the gay guy.
The gay.
He's gay, isn't he?
He is, and they're bringing him back. There's
not
no
that
originality.
Wrong with that,
no, not. Yeah, absolutely. Great call. I don't know where the crew is on that one. I got too many things open up here, unfortunately, but I got you right here.
Patrick Stewart, that's the name.
All right, there you go. Snuck it in there a little bit. Patrick Stewart was the name. Yes, sir. Yeah. Good call on that one.
That's crazy.
But the Black Panther is now a black lesbian. I'm telling you, they got the lineup in there. It's a chick.
But were the X-Men in the same universe?
No, they're bringing them in. No, because Disney owns everything now. So they're bringing them back in. And no one was tuning in, so they created the whole bogus fiasco with Jimmy Kimmel just to get in more viewers and more subscribers, right? Oh, yeah. So we went to Vegas. We're back now, though. I want to thank everyone for hanging out in the meantime, enjoying some of our clips we put out there. We got back in time Saturday. Great call. Beat the Saturday rush. And then, unfortunately, here, on a personal note, got back home, one of our cats, our black cat, Kanji, basically, I came home, I thought he was dead. I'm not going to lie. We were looking around, and he was downstairs, really suffering. Sunday, we decided, let's Let's watch him, see how he's doing. He didn't get any better. And also, those weekend 24-hour emergency animal shelter places, they destroy you financially. So we thought, okay, let's wait for the normal places to be open on Monday. We'll go in there. And Monday went in, and unfortunately, little man Kanji, we had to put him down. He had diabetes, which I didn't really know was a thing with cats.
Cats get diabetes? That's crazy. How much sugar was he eating?
You know, he loves Doritos. I couldn't get him to stop drinking the Doritos, man.
Off the Red Bulls.
That's right, dude. Yeah, the little man Kanji there. There he is. He was a happy guy. Very happy guy. Huge cat. Lived a very great life. We used to leave him out in the yard there. We, not freely, obviously. We did that for many years. When we were young and restless 10 years ago, partying late nights, this guy just had the roam of the neighborhood everywhere we lived. We were big apartment dwellers back then, so he got his romping in his younger days. Last 5 years, we've been here in the suburbs, and he's had this nice fenced-in yard, catching anything that unfortunately ends up in the yard, and just kind of soaking up the sun, enjoying the day whenever they aren't chemtrailing. And so, Kanji, 14 years old. He lived a nice, solid cat life. Probably could have squeaked out a few more years if maybe we had monitored his sugar levels and fat intake. But you know what? Gets to a point where the liver goes, the kidney goes. They were talking 2 years ago, you could do dialysis on your cat. I don't even want dialysis for me if it gets to that point. Let me go, man. I learned a lot, though, right before this, on our previous episode, I want to say, we kind of made light of Canada's suicide treatment availability that they have to the public. And I've always, back in the day, I never really had a cat or a dog live to old age. You know what I'm saying? So I never really understood the putting down an animal. And I used to think, like, you animals, how could you not just deal with the dying beast and cater to their needs and hold them? I had no idea that there's pain and, organ failure, and you got to put the poor little creature out of their misery, actually. And so when I was watching Kanji out in the yard, dying, basically begging to be put down, I thought, man, when I'm near my end, just bring me in a wheelbarrow up to the border of Canada and just dump me onto the other side. Have the mounted horse guys find me, the mounted police, and just carry me to one of their hospitals and put me down like any respectable dog or cat would want in their final days. So
it's why he went to go hide in the basement. Those animals, they go away to die, not for you to take care of them as long as you can.
Totally.
They're done.
Yes, he was going under the berry bush. I mean, he was like, get me to a spot in the shade where I can die. That was basically what
drift off, man.
Yes,
they end it,
Yeah, so it was quite the lesson in life and death, and it's a good thing to go through. Now, I had no idea. I've been dealing with this all week now. The other cat, the surviving cat, they mourn and go through like a multi-week grieving process, which has been equally devastating and emotionally difficult to experience and go through. A human being, even a kid, you could be like, Kanji went up to heaven. He's up in heaven. And the kid
better place.
Can conceptualize heaven. You can't talk to a cat and be like, Kanji's in heaven. Like,
not down there.
And I'll say like something like, we used to call him Pal, and I said it the other night, and she turned and looked into the yard thinking he was going to come running because she can hear the name. So it's been a rough experience, but I learned a lot, and so I'm excited to get the next little creature. We'll get a dog or something, and the house will feel full again. But what a journey. And,
it happens.
It happens. It happens to everybody. And, of course, the cat obviously timed it out so that way we put him down right at about 3 hours to midnight on my birthday, which was really hilarious. We're like injecting the poison into his little veins, and tears are streaming down Emma's face, and the doctor even. It was just so sad, and we're killing this animal. And I leaned to Emma. I'm like, it's my birthday in 3 hours. Like literally. We're going to walk away from here and go get some shots and celebrate my 40th birthday, by the way. Not just some random birthday. I'm an old man now. That's right. Yeah.
You're not far away from going under that bush in the shade. And
I went there after I put him down, man. I was like, find me a bush. Is there a good bush around here?
You're going to be drifting off yourself, pretty soon.
It was a sad affair, though, a sad way to kick off my birthday, and I gotta say, though, the real tears, man, started flowing when that doctor handed me that bill at the end of the entire experience. Oh, my God. Like, can I get a tissue, please? This is devastating.
What are we talking, 1200?
It got just shy of the $1,000 mark there. They know how to get you. I was telling you last week when you called me that, they really know how to get you. I mean, he was so far gone that they looked at us with the whole CAT scan, X-ray thing. They're like, just don't even think about it. we're going to do the blood test so we can tell you why he's dying. We're not even going to fully rip you off. But then we're going to totally screw you with we're going to get the ashes.
And then you got to buy the urine.
You got to pick the urine. And, Mike, they're going to put a little footprint of his, little paw print on there. So it's extra charge, right? Of course. Personalized.
How do you know it's his paw print? It's just a fucking stamp.
They got to stay. Oh, that's right. They got to
pre-made. They fucking waste their time with this shit.
But, it was an emotional experience, so I do want everybody.
It's because you're there with a woman too.
Right, they got you, man. By the balls.
I could do this a lot cheaper.
Yeah, yeah. Can we talk about this later? Maybe just you and I over the phone. Maybe.
Yeah, let me take care of this in the backyard.
Well, excuse me, folks out there, listeners, and what have you, if I do get a little choked up during this broadcast here. I'm still very emotional. I can't help but get that image of that hospital bill out of my mind every time the sun kind of shines in a little bit. I just think about those extra charges. What were you thinking, man? The loss itself. Why do you got to kill me twice here?
I know, it's crazy. It's so much money for an animal.
It's insane. But luckily. And we had to take time off because of it. It was a rough week, and then obviously our schedules aren't meshing anymore during doing the Tuesday show, which, Mike, we got fans out there. I got hit up on the Twitter. Someone's like, hey, missing you guys on the Tuesdays.
No.
Yeah, man.
We got to try to do some midweek.
We got one fan out there.
At least one guy.
Fortunately, we picked a great time to take some time off unexpectedly. Nothing happening in the news the last 2 weeks. In fact, I thought maybe we could skip this one, just go all the way to the next week. But all jokes aside, so much going on. We just got to jump right into it. I think news of the year, maybe. I don't know how our lives were going along without this type of just breaking, exciting information, Mike.
This morning, it's showtime for The Life of a Showgirl, as Taylor Swift releases her 12th studio album, fulfilling fans' wish list.
Yeah, man!
This is her 12th album?
Wow, she's a hustler. Hustling that
12 albums?
Yeah, man.
I don't know a single song.
I don't know. Does she do the Shake It Off?
Shake it up.
Shake it up?
Shake it off?
Are we shaking it up or off? Or out? Are we shaking it out? I don't even know anymore.
I don't want to shake it the wrong way, Shake it up when you should be shaking off.
It's amazing, she's getting engaged, right? She's engaged to Travis.
That's right.
And
the
Chiefs are turning it around. I foresee a Super Bowl appearance for the boys there. And then obviously you're going to get Taylor, now she's going to the games. They have bulletproof walls walking with her.
Wow, shut the fuck up.
Not kidding, bro.
Like following her?
Yes.
No.
And they had to design the booths that she hangs out in. Bulletproof glass. Yeah, man. It's like she's like,
who's taking a shot at Taylor Swift?
Well, dude, the left took Charlie Kirk. It means the right's got to take the other side, right? Flesh for flesh, pound for a pound, man. So who's
the best they got? The best they got is Taylor Swift.
No! Yeah, you heard that right, man.
Kirk.
Yeah, they took Charlie, so we're taking Taylor. It's all fair is fair, man.
Put them together, you got Chuck Taylor.
That's right. Hey, all right, man.
Oh man, Charlie Kirk, definitely an assassination, huh?
Without a doubt.
Like
and
not this kid. I'm not talking about this kid. I'm talking like this was CIA.
It was absolutely CIA.
Dude, I don't think I could keep reading this book, Legacy of Ashes,
because it's
what they're doing to America. You're just watching the playbook get written, right?
Yeah, when you read the history of the CIA, you realize all these things that they practiced on in Guatemala 50 years ago, and Iran,
Eastern Europe, under the Soviet. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, free European radio or whatever it is. I mean,
yeah. That's Psycho. That's all I. Every time they talk about it, I'm like, that was COVID. That literally they just took over our media.
Yeah, man. No, the Cold War. They perfected mass propaganda of communities and of full countries during the Cold War.
Yes, and dealing with counterinsurgencies.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. They're just doing it to America. They started, I believe, they definitely took I definitely believe all the presidents were connected, but
right.
I don't think they really fully took over as far as like propaganda and everything, completely brainwashing the people until like Obama.
Yes.
I think that's when it really became like, holy shit, this is when, and not because they didn't want to or try before. I think they came out with social media, and that was just like the coup de grace. You know, that was the...
For sure, yeah.
That was the final, like, now they nailed it. They perfected the playbook.
Absolutely, and think of what happened around 2014 when they updated the Smith-Mundt Act and decided, okay, now we're going to propagandize U.S. citizens in the name of terrorism, by the way. Yeah. This is all in the name of fighting terrorism. And this goes back to Charlie Kirk, which is... We needed the dust to settle and time to expose basically who wins, who benefits, who makes, who profits from the death of Charlie Kirk. Just like
it turns out, it was Ben Shapiro.
That's right.
Has it been an hour? He just dropped another video about Charlie Kirk.
They tried pushing the new Charlie Kirk. Did you see this kid? His last name is like Honeyhand or Honeywallow or...
He was the left-wing guy? Who's the left-wing guy that tried to do it?
They got a gay fella. He's like a gay Christian guy. His name's like Hollyhand Honeydew or something. He's got this weird name, and there were pictures of him on private jets, and he's like he's taken over for Charlie in the Turning Point stuff, like going campus to campus. And everybody's freaking out because it's very obvious. He's very pro-Israel, and so everyone's like, you know. Yeah.
No, we don't. No, dude, they definitely killed him. It was the Jews. I'm going to say it because we got 3 listeners. Right? Come on.
It's a little suspect that Bibi Netanyahu was the first president internationally to come out and be like, hey, we had nothing to do with this, and our condolences, all right?
I don't know. I'm going to have to agree
weird
with Candace Owens on 2 things. Macron's a man, and the Jews killed Charlie Kirk.
Hey, all right. Yeah, I'm down with that.
2 things I'm lining up with her.
I still go towards CIA Mossad with Charlie Kirk. I think there are facets of the United States government that see a lot of potential to getting him out. I see the Israel perspective, but also, I mean, watch some of these videos, man, and look at the effect he had just in 31 years of being alive. He transformed 2 generations of future voters to be fully staunch conservative and Christian believers. I mean, he himself basically reversed for a 40-year agenda to toxically destroy the nuclear family and American culture. He reversed it.
Very dangerous.
It's really crazy. I mean, there's blacks for Charlie Kirk out there.
Which is crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy. He's very popular among the young black men.
But if you actually watched his videos, he wasn't, like, they clip him to sound like he hates blacks, minorities, gays, and all that. No, but then when you actually watch the video, the guy had nothing. That's why they hated him. He had nothing but compassion. What did George Carlin say? They only assassinate the ones that are trying to get us all to live in peace.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because they need us divided. That was the problem.
Yeah.
He was bringing,
I can't get over the fact that we've lived through the last 30, 40 years of a clear New World Order agenda to destabilize Western civilization, destroy the nuclear family, end population growth and procreation, and usher in this new dystopian world order with the digital currency, which they're forcing on people in the UK over the next 3 years.
Dude, what? When?
It's coming.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, they're literally, all these Western countries now are looking at China, and they're like, look how awesome it is. We do facial recognition, credit score, or whatever the score system is.
Yes, man. It's the social credit score.
Social credit, yeah.
It comes along with the with the central bank digital currency. Keir Starmer, who is a World Economic Forum member and clearly a part of some sort of satanic group of some, I haven't determined which one yet. But he's in there. But he's a puppet. He's been put into place to usher in the New World Order, just like all of the puppets here in America in various governorships across the United States. Jared Polis, 2013, young world economic leader, same economic young leader class as Chelsea Clinton. All right, and what has Polis successfully done in Colorado during his tenure? He's destroyed it. He's completely destroyed Colorado.
Bankrupted it.
Yes, it's trash, and it's one of the more violent places in America now. That is by design. All of it is. And the same thing in Europe. Look at the destabilization going on with the flooding of the migrants. It's basically Islamic now, all of the UK.
That's insane. Insane.
You're thrown
Those
in prison.
videos you see is crazy.
It's crazy that there are people going to prison for 2 years for posting something on Facebook.
Yeah, like negative against Islam.
Anything. Some guy posted the letter N, and he got arrested for starting a thread where you put the next letter. It gets a little racist after a while.
It's
but hey man, I accidentally hit send after I was gonna write "nice day out there," wouldn't you say, chaps? Right?
It's so funny. Okay, in that, who's the racist one? Just the guy that says the R? Because you finished it.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna go racist guy is the one who puts the first G.
You're going with the G. Yeah.
First G is the racist. Yes.
I could still be nice.
There's so many opportunities to go in any direction there. But when that first G makes an appearance, it's game over. We know exactly where this is headed.
Not a lot of prefixes, NIG. Good call.
Yeah, the first G. Second G, it's already locked in. Everybody after that, yeah, you're a white supremacist for sure, dude.
I'll give you the N, the I, plausible deniability. I like it.
Oh, man. Well, Mike, what a tangent. I don't even know how we got there. I was riffing on something, but the plan is for the digital ID, which is ushering in the New World Order. And as you could see, it's going to be... BBC, will it be mandatory? Yeah, it will be.
Of course it will be.
It's going to be the mark of the beast.
This is where you all you MAGA guys, you need to start checking Trump and Palantir.
Yes,
absolutely. You know what I mean? This is where you got to draw the line.
It's not so much Trump, because we got to kind of keep in mind, after next summer, Trump's agenda is basically done.
It's done, yeah. Good call. It's the people around him.
Well, J.D. Vance, who I think, first of all, on fire this last week. I mean,
he is killing it.
We always held Trump to this upper pedestal of trollism. He's kind of the master troll, but I don't know. We're seeing the protege is beating the master when it comes to JD Vance. Like he's like overcoming Trump and trollism. You know?
The Padawans become the Jedi.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
So, but JD Vance, a lot of people attribute his rise politically over the last few years to Palantir and Peter Thiel, who I believe is one of the main Palantir fellas. And Peter Thiel is a very strange cat, really into recently the Antichrist. He's apparently like deep diving it and obsessed.
He's doing like speeches.
Yes, like TED Talks.
Like TED Talks about how he's not the Antichrist.
Right.
Yeah. Nothing makes you see more.
Yeah, him and Bibi Netanyahu should go on tour together, and it'd be like the "Didn't Kill Charlie Kirk, Not the Antichrist" tour, right? That should be
the good guy tour.
Yes,
the good guy tour. We swear we're good guys. We swear.
You know what? And bring along Diddy in 10 months or 50 months when he's available, right?
I swear we're all good guys. You know?
So I think that, when we talk about central bank digital currencies, the social credit system, and AI in general running our lives and creating this kind of digital prison that they want to keep us withheld in, with the 15-minute cities and all that, Thiel, Palantir, their relationship with J.D. Vance, who could be our next president for the next 2 terms or forever. Who knows, right? Something's going to happen. Win. It's going to be Gavin Newsom, isn't it? We're all fucked. It's going to be Gavin Newsom.
It's going to be so much worse than you think. We're getting Gavin Newsom.
Right. And he's just going to...
I think we're going to get somebody from the party that you haven't really heard. It's going to be some like obscure...
Really? Wow. Yeah. All right.
That's what I'm banking on. Gavin Newsom is tainted. He can't. I really don't think he could win outside California.
Most likely not. Yeah, Newsom stinks. There's no doubt about it.
You know what I haven't heard anybody say in a long time? I think I'm going to move to California.
Wow. Yes.
Which says more than anything. I hear a lot of people talking about moving to other states.
Yeah, not New York, though. You're going to see a flood of people leaving New York in the next few months. When is their mayoral election? Is that in November?
It can't come soon enough, man. I can't wait to see this guy win.
He's going to win.
Funny. He is going to win for sure. You think Cuomo's going to win?
Cuomo's definitely not going to win. And as of right now...
all those old people.
Yeah, I have heard no mention of Cuomo. Have you, on any level?
New York was literally the worst case COVID. Like more people died in New York than anywhere else in the world because of COVID, allegedly.
Not only that, but officially last week Adams dropped out.
Yeah.
So that means for sure now, Ma'am Dammy is locked in. It's going to be... There he is, Mayor Adams. Poor guy. I know, man. He got wrecked. Just for speaking the truth about migrants. It's crazy, dude.
Just for being like, okay, we took 100,000 migrants. That might be enough. That might be enough.
Oh, they ruined his entire political career. The guy's just a cop, basically, who rose the ranks and got to become mayor of New York. One of the highest honors in America from a mayoral standpoint, and then probably against his will, the Joe Biden administration just flooded his city with migrants like they did in Chicago and Denver.
It was everybody forgot about the buses.
That's
Greg
right.
Abbott was sending them from Texas
to
New York and Chicago.
That's right, man.
And Democrat cities. All the sanctuary cities.
If Abbott hadn't have done that, then what would have been the result of the migration that occurred? Would there have just been... Maybe the goal was to flood them just into Texas and change Texas and flip Texas electorally. But then Abbott's like, fuck that. I'm sending these people to Denver, New York, Chicago. And then
I think it's more of a, we're never going to win Texas anyways. So fuck it. Let's do these policies that people in Illinois love because they don't live on the border. so they don't ever have to deal with the consequences.
Right.
It's a win-win if you're a Democrat, you know?
Yeah,
And then-
absolutely.
But then Greg Abbott just started bussing, which was genius. Genius. When he sent them to Martha's Vineyard, that was fucking genius.
Yes, man.
And then all those Martha Vineyard people had to they gave him food and blankets, and then they're like, we got nowhere to put them. And then they just fucking shipped them back out.
That's how it works.
Fucking not in my backyard.
No, they came to Denver, and it's so funny now driving around, like, there's no squeegee boys anymore. And putting yourself back in where we were in 2022, 2023, man, I can't imagine what this country would look like right now if Kamala Harris were to have won that election, dude. We'd be done for. We'd be in prison.
Did you ever see that documentary with Adam Carolla and Dennis Prager?
No, actually.
It's on YouTube, and I just saw it, and it came out in 2019. And it was all about how freedom of speech is under threat, and that was 2019. And it is insane to watch this video now, seeing what happened the next 5 years after that. You totally forgot how we just slowly got to that place. It's a crazy
Dude,
documentary. Forgot the name of it.
Yeah, I wish I remembered the name of that one. It's crazy considering what came out in the past week, where Google and YouTube admitted they censored millions of people at the behest of the Biden administration during COVID about everything.
Information that turned out to be true.
Yes.
So they were literally just pushing a lie and blocking the truth.
Ridiculous, man.
Absolutely ridiculous. Equally
ridiculous is when they announced that suddenly we started getting hundreds of views on our YouTube channel, and then all of a sudden we're back to, you're censored again.
Well, it's the cloud seeding. We can't stop talking about Bill Gates. I think he owns YouTube.
Oh, speaking of cloud seeding, man, I have to say, thank God for government shutdowns, Mike. I can barely see you right now. My eyes are still adjusting from all the sunshine I've been getting outside over the last 5 days. Never seen 5 days in a row, no chemtrails. Probably since before Joe Biden became president.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Crazy, man. So much so even Thomas Massey even tweeted out this week. One of my favorite tweets in a long time. I'm sure you saw it. I sent it to you, I believe, because I got very excited. Which is Thomas Massey. Best thing about government shutdowns, no chemtrails. Yeah! I love it, man. We're living in good times.
I love the shutdown. I think this is hilarious.
Are Democrats retarded? I have to...
So retarded. So retarded.
What is the one principled idea all conservatives, regardless of Trump, can all agree on? Less government.
Less government. I know.
Stop the government. Cancel the government. Shut down the government.
Fire
end the government.
Everybody.
Get rid of the... And so Schumer and Giacomo Jeffries decide that we're going to give them what they want. We're going to shut down the government, man.
Little Haquito.
Haquito.
Haquito Jeffries. A funny guy, man. No, they're so insane. And then it's not even the fact that they're shutting it down over we want to give healthcare to migrants, which
I can't believe that's the hill, man. Come on.
But here's my problem with this whole thing. If I invite you to come live in my house, it is now my obligation, in a sense, to make sure you have food, water. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I kind of took on that responsibility of taking care of you by telling you could come live in my house.
Right.
And so it's kind of like, you kind of do have to give them health care. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
don't know.
Maybe I don't agree with that. Well,
I don't either, but you invited them in.
How about you give us healthcare first?
Okay.
People born here pay taxes.
But
a little healthcare.
I agree, but the problem is Chicago proclaimed internationally that we are a sanctuary city. Now, what does that mean? That means I come to you, you're going to give me sanctuary. right? You are
right. Yeah.
going to give me what I need, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So, I don't know. You invited them in. Now what? Now what do you do with them?
Well, I think one party invited them in. It's like when one party starts a war and the other one comes in, we're actually going to end that war. Which
It's like your
rarely
wife
happens.
brought in a stray cat. It's now your cat too.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't think we didn't actually. Here's the thing with the Biden administration. There's a couple elements here that I think people tend to forget, which is, and I get your track here, which is, well, this administration came in and announced that you guys can come in here, so now we're stuck with that
Now
choice.
we got to take care of you. Yeah.
Just two things about the Biden administration. The first one is that they stole that election against the will of the American people.
Frank,
So-
they just had 15 million people that voted and then didn't show up.
And then
4
they
years later.
disappeared. Yeah, that's right.
Frank, it was the most safe and secure election ever. Come
So
on.
automatically, just on that point alone, the fact that the election was clearly stolen and, nothing mandated by the Biden administration was voted on by the American people. So we never voted for these people to be brought in the first place.
And then the worst part is he wasn't even running it.
Brings me to number two, which is all policies pertaining to these people were signed by an auto pen machine.
Yeah, by
So-
the people that were never voted for at all.
That's what I'm saying. So nothing here legitimately
Yeah.
happened. Like no voters in America wanted or voted for
Right.
this to occur. So it's all basically defaulted. Like we actually need to.
Okay.
We got to send them back. You got to send them
If
back.
you're just this if you're this 18-year-old dude in Guatemala and you hear, Chicago sanctuary city, Joe Biden's opening up the border, you're gonna shoot your shot. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I can't even
And-
be mad at you.
No, but if you are, I'll give you this. All right, everybody every city that voted for Biden and declared sanctuary status, you have to hold on to these people.
no,
That's
we should be taxing Chicago more
Right.
to pay for it.
Yes.
You brought them in. You voted for this.
And they're not allowed to go anywhere else. They have to stay in Chicago or Denver or LA.
I think what just bothers me the most is the people that get hurt the most from all of this politics are like these poor people that can't really help them. That they're the people in the worst situation. And
Absolutely.
they can't. You know what I mean? You're
Right.
just hurting the low. You're to me, it's this. You're striking at the lowest people.
Again,
Not lowest in sense of I don't know. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, but this still brings me back to what Tom Homan said over on Real Time with Bill Maher, which was, hey, look, we get you're in dire straits and you did what you could to get over here, but you cut the line in front of people doing it legitimately. So we're rounding you up with Tren de la Agua and everybody else, and you're all going back. You can come through the right way with everybody else.
Right. But you're standing in a line that's taking 6 years, and you just see fucking droves of people. You're in traffic. You're not gonna cut over into that fucking fast lane. You know what I mean? I agree with it. I wish they were not here,
Right.
but they were invited and they came. And you could say, yeah, there were laws on the books technically that they had to go. But I always argue, if you're not going to enforce the law, it's not a law. A law has to be enforced. So if millions of people are coming in and nobody's enforcing that law, and I'm sitting in Guatemala, I'm like, oh, fuck it. It's not a law anymore. It's open border. We're coming in.
It's just, it seems like a lot of criminals came through and a lot of gangs came
For
through.
sure.
And I was thinking
100%.
about this the other day. I was downtown in Denver and I was looking around and I thought, not a lot of Venezuelan restaurants opening up around here. I noticed it's
good
like
call.
not a lot of cultural changes.
That's
the only
that's
the
a
only
good call.
cultural difference I noticed is higher crime, auto theft is up, property theft is up, homelessness is up,
Well,
drug use is up.
I'm gonna push them back on that because we're at an all-time high for tamale carts.
Venezuelan though, I'm just here in
yeah,
Colorado. We had a
we got-
huge.
We've never had so many tamales and taco. Dude, these people. I don't even know where they get these carts. They're fucking.
That's Mexican though. We know what I'm saying. The Mexicans came over here over the. The 90s, we had a massive wave of Mexicans flood through the border and come into America. And what happened within about 3 to 4 years? Fantastic Mexican food everywhere, dude.
You know, I was just thinking that. I don't even know how Taco Bell exists in Chicago.
It's insane.
Who's going to Taco Bell? We have the best Mexican restaurants. Every corner there's a Mexican restaurant. Why would you go to Taco Bell? I just had the best. They make their tortillas. Oh my God, it's the best taco you ever had.
Absolutely, dude. No, it's ridiculous to think that here we are through all of this process of all these Venezuelans specifically. I'm
gonna give you this one. Yeah,
Denver.
You're right about
I'm
this
Denver
one.
specific with this one. I keep thinking like, where is everyone being like, dude, have you tried this new Venezuelan joint? Man, it's incredible. Like nobody's talking like that. We have great Mexican food here because all the Mexicans came here to open great restaurants.
Hold on,
man.
this could be ignorance because I just found out this Mexican restaurant I go to all the time is actually Puerto Rican.
Oh, is it owned by Bad Bunny? It must be owned by Bad Bunny, from what I understand.
I don't think we can tell the difference. Maybe they opened up the Venezuelans, but we
No,
just saw like
there's
a
a
Spanish name.
No, there's a
between
difference.
Venezuelan food. It's probably
bro. I'm
tortilla.
going word of mouth here. There's got to be a difference. Nobody's talking Venezuelan restaurants opening up or anything Venezuelan. There's just no cultural anything coming over. The only thing that came over was the only good thing that came from the Venezuelans coming to Denver was we have some new landlords now in Aurora, right? That's the only thing. And it's the gangs that are running, you know, that's the whole culture that moved in. Gang culture came to Colorado. I'm not seeing anyone we don't have any new...
wow, I was actually I've proven you right.
Hey now.
Venezuelan food often features tropical ingredients like plantains and yucca.
That's what I'm saying, man.
With arepas as a staple and a blend of indigenous African and European influences. Wow.
Nobody's out there buying Venezuelan sombreros, dude. We're doing our own Mexican sombreros, dude. Where's the culture, Venezuelan?
Dude, that's a good call, man. I'm going to give you the win on this one. That is a good call. I didn't even think about that. We'll get a wave of Indians. We have Indian restaurants everywhere.
Everywhere, dude.
Koreans.
I have 4 Indian. Yes.
Pho's everywhere.
Pho 65, Pho 79, Pho 33. Like they're everywhere, dude. Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Italian restaurants, bro. They're dime a dozen everywhere. Italian joints, you know.
Greek restaurants.
Yes.
Get that euro anywhere.
Because that's what immigrants do. It's the best way to be an entrepreneur when you come to a country is you open up.
It's what used to make
cuisine.
Chicago so good. We were just talking about it at the breakfast table this morning. Because they all went downtown because the relatives from Argentina came in.
Yeah.
First of all, they couldn't stop talking about the traffic. They're like, Mike, you weren't kidding. Yeah, unbelievable. The traffic, unbelievable.
Yeah, man.
You know it's bad when somebody comes here from Argentina and they're like, man, this traffic, what is this, a third world country?
They should see the roads here in Colorado, man.
But all they could talk about is how you go to these like every neighborhood now is nothing but like empty storefronts and then like national brand stuff. Domino's, Wingstop.
Yes.
You got that a lot of the restaurants are gone. And then even these restaurants you see, it's so funny. A lot of these like Indians now are opening up like Italian, Mexican, they're opening up different nobody wants Indian food. So
Colorado Indian food is very hip, so you know everyone gets down with it out here, and we have tons of restaurants. But
it's losing its like, dude. I was in Little Italy the other day, and it used to be called Little Italy because it was all Italian migrants.
Right? Yes.
Not one. I was the only Italian on that block, and I was surrounded by Indians and Asians who go to UIC. That's literally. It's all Indians and Asians. Little Italy.
Oh man, it's rough, dude. Europeans are being faded out of the major urban metropolitan areas. They're moving to the burbs, dude, where it's better, man.
But that used to be what made it so good. You had Greek Town with the, you know what I mean? You go, all the little, I don't know.
Here in Denver, dude, you know? Everything's gone from Denver and out in the suburbs now. That's where you go to get the good food.
Where you got it. Yeah, same here.
You know, the Michelin star restaurants we have out here, this Boulder or Aspen, you know, you you got to avoid Denver at all costs at this point. And I assume Chicago's the same way. There's been no rules or anything designed to make urban living better for anybody.
Right.
There's no design happening anywhere. Even in Denver, they have this new plan to build another bridge. It's going to go over this road. It's for walking and bike riding. And never, ever are you reading in the newspaper, we got this great idea. We're going to expand roads and make traffic easier for commerce, right? You never see that, ever. We're gonna tear down these retarded bike lanes that only homeless people encamp on, and we're gonna widen the road so that way more people and traffic can go through.
Dude, the bike lanes is just so infuriating.
It has to end, man.
People in Chicago.
Either way, the cultural thing, it's just, I find it funny. You're not seeing a lot of Venezuelan stuff, and I think it's great you brought up the Taco Bell. Here in Denver, we have a Taco Bell ultra marathon where competitors have to stop in a Taco Bell, 9 different Taco Bells, on the course of this run. And
a 26-mile run?
Yes, and they have to eat a Crunchwrap Supreme, a Burrito Supreme.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude,
Imagine
absolutely.
Those porta potties.
That's right.
No! Oh,
Yes.
Jesus.
It was this weekend. I think it just happened on Saturday. I missed out, unfortunately. I was a little too busy for the Taco Bell Ultra Marathon.
People are so dumb.
My underpants are thanking me still, honestly.
I was literally, because we were working, this guy went to go get Taco Bell, and I didn't, he's like, I can't remember the last time I had Taco Bell.
Dude,
honestly.
It's so bad that they've announced, like, it's not even real meat.
It's not
like,
even real meat.
You're not eating real food at Taco Bell, dude. It's crazy we're in a world where, like, it's not real beef at Taco Bell, and they don't know what kind of seafood is in the tuna salad at Subway. They just can't, I don't know. It's something. It swims. We think it swims.
It swims. And again, you're surrounded by, like, places to eat, you know? That
Absolutely.
Aren't national, like, chains.
But we're living in great cultural times. We have the shutdown upon us. Like I commented, never have I seen blue skies in so many consecutive days here. It's wonderful what happens when the government shuts down. It's crazy. But the best part about this shutdown, culturally, are the memes, bro. This is the greatest time to be alive.
No. Here's what's so funny is the left-wing media is being like, Donald Trump posted this. That is just not presidential. It's uncouth. And you're like, you people don't realize that's what his base loves about him. This is why we love him.
Yes.
This is why he's so much better than Barack Obama. Barack Obama's got his dick tucked into his asshole while he's crossing his legs on a stage, faking that he's, clutching his pearls. Like, whatever. I don't even know what they're upset about today. You know what I'm saying? And Trump's out there posting this shit.
This is great. Honestly, I think Trump should have just responded to all the Epstein stuff with some variation of a meme like this, and everybody would have forgotten about it because we all just been laughing about the meme, man.
Oh, they're working. It's going to be that Jillian Guilfoyle or whatever with the sombrero.
Yes, exactly. And Kash Patel, right? Well, this is the meme heard around the world. This is what kickstarted probably one of the most hilarious shutdowns in modern American history. Let's just do a little dance here with it. Ooh, it got a little bit loud there on my side. I'm going to turn it down there.
Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit.
Wait, hold on. Stop right there. I got to say something, too. They did not put a Jew filter on Chuck Schumer. That's just how he looks.
Wow. Oh, my God. Oh, holy cow. I thought this whole thing was AI.
No. Just the sombrero.
Oh, my God.
Believe it or not, Chuck Schumer, no filter here. There's nothing on him. That's actually how he looks.
Wow. That's incredible.
I love how you have the exact same one.
Do you think sombrero sales just exploded this week? I should have bought stock in sombreros last week. I missed out on this one.
Yes, flags are out, sombreros and
that's right, dude.
Even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, you know? At least for a while, until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
The best part is AI is sucking up so much energy that it's boosting prices that people can't like their home. And I'm all for it if it gives us gems like that, dude.
Absolutely, dude. No, we need more AI. This is so awesome.
Fantastic.
It inspired me to get the sombrero, and then of course, so the media they lost their minds over this. Everybody clutched their pearls.
Of course, Trump in a cartoon with a tiny penis, fucking Satan. Comedy gold, nothing wrong with it at all. It was laugh out loud funny, right? But then putting a fucking sombrero on Hakeem Jeffries, too far, guys. Too far. It's so funny.
So they Trump doubled down with another one after everybody lost their minds.
This is this.
The best part is he doubled down.
There's more. There's like hundreds of these now.
Video, and we're going to continue to make clear, bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an...
You gotta love it, man. It's so funny.
Oh, man. I haven't gotten this La Cucaracha song out of my head all week, man. So funny. This is... What a time to be alive, man.
Yeah, it's so good. Great.
But what makes it all so good
God
is...
bless him.
Well, just like with Macron having a penis and all these other hilarious internet-based stories, the news has to report it, so we have just a quick report from the news here.
To brace for impact.
I think we're headed to a shutdown because the Democrats won't do the right thing.
The federal government is careening toward a shutdown, and time is running out to prevent it from happening.
They're uninterested in addressing the health care needs of the American people.
Democratic leaders Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer went to the White House hoping for a breakthrough with President Donald Trump. They're aiming to extend tax credits for people on Obamacare and wanted to convince Trump that pending health care cuts would be devastating.
By his face and by the way he looked, I think he heard about them for the first time.
But overnight, Trump posting a misleading AI-generated video mocking the Democratic leaders on health care and immigration.
And my favorite, they have to put the AI-generated tag over it so you know, like, this isn't really Hakeem Jeffries.
But just the fact that they have to report it, he won. Trump won. He won. People are only going to remember the video.
That's it.
You know?
You were enlightening me earlier on the fact that they're all bent out of shape over the health benefits for migrants. I really don't even know what this whole shutdown is over. All I can think about is the sombreros, the La Cucaracha music. I mean, this whole thing is so funny. Yakimo Jeffries with the mustache and the sombrero. It's so absurd. It's so ridiculous. I love it so much, dude. I don't even care what they're fighting over.
They're a joke.
Dude, on top of all of it, Republicans win. This is a win-win for Republicans. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a win. This is what we voted for, to shut it down.
And it's not
Fire
only that,
everybody.
They're calling it the Schumer shutdown. That's
the
a major loss for Democrats. They're going to get nothing out of it, and we all win with the meme and the La Cucaracha.
The best part is the Democrats, they can't get out of their own way, because right now they're proclaiming they're not trying to get health care benefits for migrants. It's not what they want. But then it's really good that they're fighting for health care for migrants. So that's why you should vote for them, because they fight for health care for migrants. But if you listen to what they say, you got to pay attention to the words. They think you're stupid. The Democrats think you're stupid. All they keep saying is, we're not trying to get health care for illegal migrants.
Right.
Because the 3 million people that came in over the Biden's 4 years, Frank, they're not illegal migrants. They're asylum seekers. And under the law,
right.
asylum seekers get the health care benefits, not illegal migrants.
Wow.
Asylum seekers.
Right on. That makes a lot more sense.
That's
now
the game they're playing. That's why you're like, wait, why is it good you're fighting for this health? You know, yeah, because they don't think of them as illegal immigrants. They don't classify them as illegal.
That's amazing. I actually kind of didn't really go down that route mentally with this whole thing. It's so funny.
You got to listen to more Pod Save America.
I do actually, yeah. But I saw a clip of them going around. According to the Pod Save Trump fellas, they believe that the Democrats are just losing on the messaging, and they need to improve the message that they're trying to send. and they're unfortunate. They just believe that there's too much mud in the water with all these memes and everything that people are losing track of the real message.
Right. No, that's what, because these are not illegal immigrants, Frank. They're asylum seekers. It's a poor mother with 3 kids who's escaping civil war in Uganda. You know?
Right, I guess so. Yeah.
That's what we're dealing with.
This is like ultra Doge, ultimate Doge. Like everything that Elon and Doge wanted to do before they got kicked out. This is now the Doge,
They
basically.
just did it for them, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
the
it's so
Democrats
funny.
welcomed in their own version of Doge, which is we're just going to lock the doors and stop writing checks.
And for a while there, I thought it was over a new budget. This is just over a continuing resolution. So literally, the Republicans are like, we're not changing anything. We just want you to keep doing what we've been doing. And the Democrats are literally demanding more money for healthcare for migrants, even though they would never do that because it's illegal, but it's very good that they're doing it.
That's just so crazy, man.
That's Democrats right there.
Frank,
We got a feeling.
that's right. I think I lost
Man, baby.
Oh, I lost the. I got to bring it back. Oh man,
Yeah,
it's
more than a feeling, Frank. It's more than a feeling.
running on a feeling, and that's why they're gonna really kind of push their messaging machine when they bring on the Zorhan Mamdani. This guy's been doing the rounds all past week, and he's getting kind of hammered on his socialist agenda.
Did you see where Nancy Pelosi got caught up?
I did not see this
She was in
actually.
this interview, and this chick was like, "What do you say to the Republicans who say your party is going extreme socialist?" That's not where we're going at all. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me put my boobs up. That's not where we're going at all with the party. And then the lady goes, "Well, Zorhan Mandami is winning by overwhelmingly in New York."
Yeah. Yes.
AOC, if she wants, could probably take Chuck Schumer's Senate seat.
Most likely. And
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
I don't like AOC, but could we get this lizard crypt keeper
I
out of
know,
office
dude.
and just
Come
bring in
on,
younger
man.
blood,
Come
man?
on.
Yes.
The problem is, none of you people, you don't even have skin in the game anymore. You're so old. You
Yeah.
don't care what happens in 20 years.
They
You know what I
barely
mean?
have skin hanging off those bones at this point, man. I mean, let alone in the game, dude. Yeah, bring in AOC, but they are fully going socialist. It's crazy. Mamdani, I wonder how socialist he really will be. I'm kind of getting like a populist vibe from this guy. Like he's very much kind of saying what he knows Democrat voters want to hear. But when he gets into office, I mean, he's probably not going to follow through on a lot of that stuff.
He's an
honestly.
overeducated rich kid who's never ever built anything.
He's
or
also a
done
theater.
anything.
He's a theater kid.
Yeah, it's
He's a
crazy.
literal actor. So
don't
I
know.
mean,
It's crazy. The guy. We need guys in their 40s and 50s who just sold their successful business. You know what I
Right.
mean? And now
Yes.
they're going into politics. That's what politics used to be.
yeah, I have 2 friends of mine, both entrepreneurs. One of them sold his business, now kind of doing stuff on the side and raising his
Should
kids,
get
but
into politics.
he should eventually
Right.
absolutely. And you know what?
The
I don't even
lawyers, stuff like that. Rand Paul. That's why he's such a great senator.
absolutely, man.
You know?
Yes,
He was a doctor, very successful, great eye surgeon. Then
absolutely.
went into politics.
And look,
That's what
my
we need.
buddy, by the way, he's up in Washington. He and I do not agree politically whatsoever, but I believe he should get into politics. Guys like that should be in politics.
Yes.
A guy with 3 kids, skin in the game, needs the economy to work for him and small businesses and take care of the people in the community. I mean, that's the people who should be running.
Right. And those 2 guys you're talking about, I know, are on total opposite sides of the political
Yes.
spectrum. Both of them probably come together and could agree on some kind of healthcare reform.
I mean, we were on a fishing trip together. We all agreed on trannies and bathrooms at one point.
Well, that's
I mean,
like that's like a 90-10 issue. I don't know what is going on with the tranny movement, dude. Can we end it now? Is this experiment over?
I think it's game over, man. I mean, at this point, it's
They
just
even have that. They even have that medical physician, or whatever, where she got caught on camera talking about how, well, every top surgery is $40,000 profit for the hospital.
what?
Excuse me.
Holy cow,
And so they're
man!
like trying to put. That's why they're pushing this shit on kids. It's money.
Yeah,
It's
were we
fucking
ever? Did we ever expect any other version of this story to play out? It all just like with the
No.
COVID shots, it miraculously came out. Oh, doctors had charts where they were given,
Bonuses, dude.
bonuses where they would get more money based on how many COVID shots they dished out. And, they didn't care about the efficacy or whether or not it was safe and effective or what the long-term data said. No, they just saw zeros on that paycheck, baby. And so they dished out the COVID shots, and now here we are. And I know people in their 30s with turbo cancer. Right?
That's fantastic. Myocarditis is
right.
now a household word.
How's Bronny James' NBA career going, right? He's got one more year left with LeBron. Yeah. He better enjoy this last year with LeBron still in the league,
Where's,
right?
DeMar Hamlin.
Right, yeah. Every time they do a Monday night game, they show DeMar on the sideline. They talk
Plays
about how...
one,
that's right.
you get one snap, DeMar. Make it count.
They bring him out for the punt returns, right? That's about it.
Ah, man. Dude, I don't know. NFL.
Not a good product, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's a really bad product. They screwed themselves. I even had something.
It's not fun to watch.
Have you been watching at all?
No, I'll accidentally get it. And then you're bombarded with it in the news. They always, every 8 minutes, you're getting the sports update. And you kind of are forced to
Right.
watch it.
Well, the news is really bad for most people, especially Democrats right now. Every shooting is a trainee or something, and there's just like bad stuff going on in the
That's
news. So you got to
crazy.
distract with it. I realized,
Dude, did you ever hear anything about the 5 cops that were shot in Pennsylvania?
no,
They
I
were
have no idea.
ambushed. This dude, I don't know what happened. The story, for some reason, never gained traction, and nobody talked about it. I haven't been able to really find. I didn't really look too hard, but yeah, a couple weeks ago, this guy ambushed the state police in Pennsylvania. He killed 3 cops and
That's crazy.
wounded 5 others.
That's really nuts. I don't remember that happening. And it was last weekend that 2 former Iraq war veterans shot a bunch of people.
Yeah,
And they just buried those stories, man.
I think they're trying to do the. Yeah, but why bury those? I don't get why they're burying the ones they're burying.
Well, at first I thought that's all we would hear about for the next week because Army vets, Iraq vets,
Straight
MAGA,
men.
MAGA guys, white dudes. I thought they would
Yes.
love to roll with that. But for me, that was like maybe some trigger happy MK Ultra gone too fast, right? And accidentally a message went out.
I'm thinking the one thing all these have in common is they started putting them on SSRIs or something.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I
And then-
think it's an
and then-
SSRI thing.
And then and they don't want to interview the family because then you find out he was totally normal, had a little problem, but then they put him on this drug, and then he just disassociated from the world.
Yeah, man. It's all about the medications. That's why they always bury these kind of stories.
Dude, the
And
craziest study came out too. So all of the SSRIs are based on serotonin levels,
Right.
and the whole premise is the whole theory behind it is you need to regulate your serotonin levels for depression.
Right on.
The study came out that it's what do they call it when they take all the studies and they look at all the data? I
Like a
forgot the name of it.
peer review or
No, it's like a study of studies essentially.
right on. Reminds me of a blunt where you take all your blunt roaches and roll it into a
right.
blunt.
That's exactly what it is. But
The
what
blunt.
it does is it helps weed out the bad data.
Right.
And it just but what they found is they've never been able to prove that serotonin levels have anything to do with depression.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But they got this whole field of medication designed to regulating serotonin levels.
And like literally the one study that they've all used to make these drugs and everything it pretty much says that it might have something to do with it, and that we just don't have the technology, and maybe in the future we'll prove that the serotonin does.
That's ridiculous, man.
And like based off of that, like maybe in the future we've just given it to for 20 years now, just giving it to millions of people.
20 years and how many mass shootings and school shootings and suicides and
Think about
everything.
it, man.
Wow.
Insane.
Yes, man. Of course. And we're going to find out more down the road.
But RFK Jr. is Hitler.
Right.
Because he's just trying to make the testing better, you know. And hey, if you don't have the results, you don't have the results. We're not going to put this drug out there just because you say it might work, you know.
RFK and Trump are like, hey, we think Tylenol might be causing autism, and liberal women started chugging bottles of Tylenol.
Pregnant women,
like,
yeah. What?
These people, dude, are totally insane, man. That's what.
Like if Joe Biden went out there and was like, we think Tylenol might cause autism, I would tell my pregnant girlfriend, don't take Tylenol.
There's a 60 minutes expose about Tylenol causing issues for pregnant women from 2017.
Right. No, it's insane. A lot of the data comes from the 90s.
I know. That's what's so nuts about it.
Especially with the vaccines.
Yeah, well, the whole reason the media ran with the Tylenol is because they wanted to bury the real lead in the story, which is they're like, hey, that hepatitis B vaccine is really fucking up all the kids around the country. They're like, we need to stop the hepatitis B vaccine. But the news is like, oh, Trump says you should stop taking Tylenol. And that's all. And then liberal women are just like chugging Tylenol. And it's just totally, people have lost their minds. But Trump needs to start going out there and saying all these things that are bad for you are really good for you, or no, vice versa. There's got to be some sort of a reverse psychology trick with the Trump derangement syndrome, where Trump needs to go out there and stand at the podium and be like, I recommend everybody sit on your ass and order Grubhub and don't
smoke weed.
Yeah, stop cooking your own meals. Just order Grubhub. All right, this is the Trump way. Sit on your ass. Order Grubhub. Don't exercise. I'm going to recommend everybody stop exercising. Like Trump needs to start doing that.
What's that? What do you do? What do you do with your free time? I don't know. Pierce your septum. Dye your hair crazy colors.
Just start saying really bad stuff that you should do, and all these liberals will do the total opposite. We might have a healthy, normal society.
You'll see guys in suits, girls with normal hair.
That's right. Yeah, Trump go out there and be like, women should start changing their sex and grow some dicks. All right, women get some dicks. Men get yourself some vaginas. Put on some titties.
Come on.
Reverse the trend a little bit. Get America on the right pathway by suggesting, like, Trump just needs to adopt the entire liberal movement identity, and it'll force all liberals to get like normal again.
It would be so funny, but like, make sure you tweet out to your followers, like, hey,
this is reverse
we're staying course.
We need Q to put out a message to everybody, right? Have Q put out a message, be like, hey, Trump's going to say some weird stuff, but it's just to convince the other nut jobs out there to, course correct and become normal humans again. Yeah, Trump, go out there. Yeah, everybody, I recommend everyone get the septum piercing and dye your hair blue, and men become women, right? We're going to do, everybody, this is the Trump way now.
Oh, I love it. The dyed hair is such a giveaway, huh?
The septum piercing's my favorite. I mean, that is just, it's everywhere now, man. But hey, it's America. If you want to do that, go right ahead, right? That's how we're supposed to be living.
I wanted to send it to you as a guy who had a joke that back in the day they would pierce the pierce the cow's nose to stop them from digging under the fence and getting out. I guess a lot of those bitches got out.
That's right.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, man. Well, Mike, fastest hour in the universe, no doubt about it, man. Should we take a little break here? And we got so much more to get to. We got to talk Elon taking on Netflix.
Bro, and, have you heard of this 6-7?
I have. Do you have some info?
Apparently, it stems from this song, and I cannot wait.
All right, man.
Apparently, this is such a big song in the young generation that it started this 6-7 movement. Little hometown connection. Apparently 6-7 refers to 67th Street, where this guy grew up in Chicago. It's on the south side.
All right, man.
It's a rapper, Skrilla. Have you heard of Skrilla?
I am familiar with Skrilla, actually, believe it or not.
This is the dumbest rap song I've ever heard in my life.
We're going to type 6-7 into Grok during the break and see what comes out.
Let's see what comes out.
He said 6 minus 7 equals -1, according to Grok.
And you ain't wrong, Grok. You know, not wrong.
All right, I like it already. Mysterious.
Terrible. It doesn't get any better.
Shades on, I'm bold with the glasses. Bro say cause he a savage. So many dead ops, so many ashes. You ain't catch that, I can't pass the shooter stay strapped, I don't need mine. Bro put belt right to they behind. The way that switch, I know he dying. 6-7, I just bit right on the highway. I just bit right on the highway. Track hawking sitting in the driveway. Pull up, do dump truck, baby shark, do. I pop the perk and pop the blue. I get geek like the custom too. Say the rap, bro, we can smack out. Pull up clean in my white tee, rolling off a honeycomb. Diamond BB straight from Lex. And I got a custom been away. Wait till when you see that. Ooh. Pull up back to back, that black track. I just bipped the back to back. Throw some D's up on that bitch like rich boy. Hurricane, baby, hurricane, my Chris boy. Hey, baby, made some all gel off on drip boy. Send my shooter on the hit boy. How middleman a whole body. Straight thuggin', free blick, triple behind me. Take a photo, I just yak. I think 12 inside a scat. Swap the bin and got it racked. Bitch, we bipping overnight. Shades on, I'm bold with the glasses. Bro say cause he a savage. So many dead ops, so many ashes. You ain't catch that, I can't pass the shooter stay strapped, I don't need mine. Bro put belt right to they behind. The way that switch, I know he dying. 6-7, I just bit right on the highway. I just bit right on the highway. Track hawking sitting in the driveway. Pull up, do. Feel like hurt my pull up swerve.
Pockets whacked up left and right. A brick light got left at the light. It's already clicked back. We getting that get back, making shit splat tonight. Fit under my coat, cause the Draco micro ain't Devin Haney. I don't fight. What you know about smash on sight? Get hit with some shit like half his height. Go upstate, send Brody a kite. Get a nigga shank and his drink spike. Play the trap and slept with mice. Run up 100 at one pair of Nikes. You never seen them ball of four. They tryna hit the crack pipe. Michael Myers, we cut the board. We used to beat the girl like Ike. When he least suspected, make it roar. Close range, one hell of a sight. Me and Skrilla going up to score 2 clips. We gon' flip and pip and strike. I ain't even gotta do that no more. I'm really a star, I shine like light. All this paper keep raining and pouring. Everybody faces blue like bright. Ride like a Harley, count like I just hit a parlay. And the ops know don't drop the low, cause we gon' crash the soiree. Switch scene like Sade. Killers gon' do what I say. Better get low or I spray. I'ma drop everything, get in my way. We was at war and you know how we play any other day, nigga holiday. Man down the other side block got hot, I was still popping out, rocking my day. Little bro, hawk him down, talk his face. Pull up, walk away. Shooters on go like underlay. Heard his bounty 100K. Back door, now they know where his mother stay. Yeah, that's another play. Ay, they gon' lamp on the crib again, kill his brother another day. Ay, got it stacking in the bank, so we safe. Ay, dirty game, it costs a whole man to play.
Shades on, I'm bold with the glasses. Bro say cause he a savage. So many dead ops, so many ashes. You ain't catch that, I can't pass the shooter stay strapped, I don't need mine. Bro put belt right to they behind. The way that switch, I know he dying. 6-7, I just bit right on the highway. I just bit right on the highway. Track hawking sitting in the driveway. Pull up, do.
Wow, yeah. Man.
Oh man, that's some deep,
dark,
deep,
mysterious, man. Yeah.
For those wondering, the name is Doot Doot. Doot Doot.
Right, and in parentheses 6-7, which is a song by Chicago-based rapper Skrilla. And it was released in late 2024. The track's catchy, repetitive hook, 6-7. Oops. Ops, so banged up, refers vaguely to street life, possibly nodding to Chicago's 67th Street gang affiliations or rhythmic flair. All right, so this has spawned, apparently, this cultural phenomenon of using the term 6-7. Allegedly, this is popular with Generation Alpha and older Generation Z folk, and it's supposed to be an example of brain rot culture, which is low effort, absurd, and hyper repetitive online content that typically thrives on TikTok and Instagram.
Oh, so they're making
Reels.
fun of it?
And
With the 6-7?
yeah, I guess they're just kind of, maybe it's like if someone's how you doing? Oh, 6-7. Like, I'm brain rotting. I'm brain rot right now, man.
Rot brain. Yeah.
I'm doom scrolling.
Bro, I was working at this
Couple fucking millennials trying to figure out what these Gen Alpha's saying. Yeah, see, I'm hip with the kids. They're talking about. You see what they're talking about here?
Dude, I'm telling you, I was working at this high school on this drinking fountain, and apparently this was like the hangout for these kids
right
during
on.
passing period.
Yeah.
So I kept having to like overhear their conversations. They're not even speaking English, dude. You don't even understand.
Wow, really? Yeah.
Bro, it's not even English you could understand. I'm telling you. You need a translator.
Like, and I'm going to be a little bit maybe crass here, but, are we talking urban fellas with the eubonics? Are they okay? Even the white kids, all right,
are the worst.
Really?
Oh,
wow.
God, I don't know what they're saying.
Mexicans, you're saying they're
Hispanics.
So are you grouping them all in like we do with Asians? Right?
Doing it all. You're all Mexico. If you're south of America, you're Mexico.
Wow. The Hispanic culture's really taken over. Did you see the controversial announcement this week? Bad Bunny is going to be performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. I got you covered here. Yeah.
No. Went to all of it. Who the fuck cares about the Super Bowl? I don't give a fuck about Bad Bunny. I don't even know who he is.
Same, dude.
Like, Frank, I don't even know what to be outraged about here.
No, so funny, dude. When they announced it, I was just like, who? Bad what?
No, the best part is I've had so many people be like, this is awesome. He's going to say something about whatever. And then other people are like, this is terrible. Dude,
right.
I don't give a fuck about Bad Bunny, the Super Bowl, the halftime show. I don't care about any of this. None of this matters.
No, man. Well, apparently MAGA's very upset because Bad Bunny, he's Puerto Rican. Which apparently people, like myself included, we tend to forget it's not just an island of trash. It's also it's also part of America, right? Yeah, it's our trash island. Yeah. Trash island. So I tend to forget that. But apparently, Bad Bunny, Puerto Rican, not performing in America this year because of ICE. He's like anti.
But dude, you're like
ICE.
You're like, I hate the president. I hate ICE. I'm not gonna perform in America. If you want to see me, I'll be down in Puerto Rico. Oh, America. Don't.
Yeah. Good call.
Not America, but after Puerto Rico, I'm going to Guam. Come on, Bad Bunny. Bad at geography.
I know, and I mean, who cares? Same thing with Beyonce not touring places where they didn't have slave trading or something like.
Be who?
Yeah, I know.
Where did that go? The fucking. What was that? Hello Carter? What the fuck was her name? What was her tour?
The Cowboy Carter tour.
Remember that? Beyonce, man. Not in the news anymore.
I noticed, man.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Well, this Bad Bunny thing is so funny. I guess the Republicans very upset about it. He was on SNL last night, which I forgot still existed. I didn't. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Saturday Night
SNL,
Live is back. Yeah, I totally forgot. Apparently, he was on there. It's a huge, but he's all over now. The Super Bowl's in like 5 months. I'm already exhausted with hearing about Bad Bunny. I'm so tired of it. Like, dude, Bad Bunny. I don't know who you are, but you're up there with Travis Kelce and Pedro Pascal now. I've heard too much about you now over the last 2 weeks. I'm done with you at this point.
I thought it used to be like a surprise.
I don't know. I don't remember ever. I think just up until 5 seconds ago, it would be the day of the Super Bowl. I'd be like, who's performing? And then people would be like, I don't know. And then everybody would look it up and be like, oh, yeah, it's Prince.
No, but they would throw out like little teasers like, we think the Stones are going to be there. And then there would be like the Stones, but then out of nowhere, nobody even knew was coming. Paul McCartney would come out the stage.
And then Britney Spears, and they would mix it. And then Jay-Z would be out there, and it would just culture mix. We used to do the culture mix. And
they're not doing that anymore. Now it's just Bad Bunny. I mean, the last few halftime shows have been garbage.
Oh, it was just pure satanic worshiping.
What was
basically
that, Drake or the other guy? No, it was the guy fighting.
Oh, Kendrick Lamar.
Right. I can't even tell you guys apart, and you're fucking battling. I don't even know what you're battling over. I literally cannot tell you guys apart. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If one of you walked down the street, either one, I don't think I would recognize you or.
Great call, dude.
You know.
And also,
if I see Mick Jagger walking down the street, I'm
right.
He's still alive. And
yeah, I know.
Oh my God, it's Mick Jagger.
No, that's what I'm saying, man. Can't you just? Does this have to be a political statement now? Because it's going to be, the show's going to be some anti-ICE, pro-immigration, anti-Trump now. And now, obviously, you can't do a culture clash. Like, it's not going to be Aerosmith with Run DMC out there now. Like, you're not going to do anything. So it's not going to be Bad Bunny with Kid Rock. You can't bridge the gap now because you're going to be so hardcore on the left and anti-right. So you're already doing this crap for something I don't even care about anymore. I'm going to probably be so drunk I won't even know what's going on.
I'm going to be pissing during your show. Honestly.
Exactly. Yes, I'll be grilling and pissing and drinking and doing everything but watching your show.
Trump, you need to sign an executive order from here on out until they die. It's the Rolling Stones.
Yes, I like that.
Every year we're doing Rolling Stones. They'll bring out secret gas. It's Rolling Stones till they die. They're the only ones that never make a statement.
Great call. You're right. I have no idea.
Yes, even like Bruce Springsteen, I don't want a 20-minute lecture during this halftime show.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, no, we're gonna go Rolling Stones.
My only beef with this Bad Bunny guy is apparently, I've never heard his music, but apparently he doesn't do anything in English. So, can we have one rule for Super Bowl halftime?
Are you serious?
Can we have the music in English? Or let's make that
a
rule.
It's going to be a Spanish halftime?
It's going to be a Spanish halftime show.
Shut the fuck up.
That's why I think people are mostly pissed off, because you're kind of alienating your base here.
Trump, we need to do something about this, man.
Well, apparently,
we voted for America.
That's what I thought. Well, apparently, there's a lot of talk where some conservative network or something's going to go on where they're going to have Creed do a halftime show performance, like as it's going on, which I'm all for.
Yes, it's going to be 15 minutes of them doing the national anthem and America the Beautiful.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Creed. Okay, that's what we'll do. Rolling Stones until they die, then Creed.
Then Creed can take over.
Frank, I think we just solved America.
We may have ended racism in this country. I'm not sure.
Creed's another one. You never hear about it. I mean, obviously he's a Christian, but you
but
never hear about politics.
Yeah, I don't know. I just the problem is
here's my thing, right? When Biden was president, you didn't hear any musicians who were like stopping their fucking concert to do a 20-minute lecture on why Joe Biden was Hitler, even though he was trying to put forth papers, vaccine passports.
Show your papers, man.
Like,
literally.
He was literally the closest we got to fascism. No big deal. Nobody was doing it right. And then Trump takes over, and Bruce Springsteen is in Ireland.
That's right. Yes,
the insanity. You got Green Day in Australia. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they're preaching about Trump and shit. It's insane. Absolutely insane.
Australia, where they banned guns and forced you to take the vaccine in order to travel.
Like
the most fascist fucking government you can get right now, dude.
In the UK, where they don't even have freedom of speech.
Yeah, I know.
We literally have freedom of speech here, not there, and you're there talking about how you can't say shit in America. No, motherfucker.
You literally go to jail for Facebook posts in the UK. It's absolutely insane.
It's insane. Where we've come is crazy.
Well, I thought you would like this because this whole hoopla over Bad Bunny and the halftime show and how both of us are on the board with the football isn't even a good enough product to even care about to talk about
care
anymore.
About any of it.
The other day, the Ravens were on. Something was going on. I was like, what channel is it on? And I turned on the cable and I'm like, I don't see the game. I don't know. I have no idea. And it ended up being on Prime.
Amazon Prime.
And I couldn't find it on
Amazon Prime. Make sure you're subscribed to Yoohoo or not Yoohoo, YouTube. And
this is how bad.
So stupid.
This is what I'm saying. This is how bad football's product is. New York Post has to put out an article. How to watch Packers Cowboys on for free on Sunday, dude. You need to put out an article to tell me how to find it for free. It's over. I'm done with you. I'm watching baseball playoffs, and then hopefully when that's done, hockey will be on TV, and I can watch hockey.
No, and in parentheses, it should say there, because you're too poor to go to the game in person.
Yes.
Because there's $900 for nosebleed seats.
Absolutely.
$25 beers. So we know you're watching it on TV.
Yes.
Here's how you do it for free. Yeah, it's so stupid. So stupid.
I was just remembering as a kid, Sunday football, you put on Fox, and then when they went into commercial, you changed the channel 1 over to CBS. And that
you had it on last.
It was all football. That was it, man.
All day, all night. Yeah.
And it was on Sunday. And then
yeah.
one game on Monday night. Now there's 2 Monday night games, a Thursday game. There's a Friday game on HBO Max. I mean,
and then today we're playing in London, so it's on Saturday
at 8 in the morning. Yes.
And don't worry, Frank, you could bet on all of these games. You go to trackbet.com.
I couldn't believe it. I can't find the game when I want to watch it, and then I need to go to the New York Post to find an article to tell me how to find the game for free somewhere. It's over.
It's literally all about betting. It's crazy too. I gotta find that article where it has the chart of domestic violence versus NFL games.
You were telling me about this.
Literally.
Yes.
Every time there's NFL games, domestic violence goes up.
That's crazy.
You lose all your money, you beat the shit out of your wife. You know?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We're living in rough times, man. But either way,
it's crazy. I talked about it with you because we went to Vegas, and one of the best parts about hanging out with you and Tony is just there's no trying to impress anybody. You know what I mean? Like
right.
Tony's wearing a V-neck T-shirt and cargo shorts. Me and you look like identical twins.
Yes,
same outfit.
Same shirts.
So goofy. You know what I mean? We're such a goofy. But we go there. We got our $300. We lost it. You
right.
know what I mean? I'm not even. I tell everybody I went with $300. I gambled for 3 days and came back with nothing. I won, exactly. I lost, and that's what you know what I mean? That's how
yes.
Every fucking gaslight you talked to. Last time I went to Vegas, I was up $5,000.
Yeah,
okay, motherfucker, okay. But they give you a suite. I don't know. What you know, me and my brother were losers. We fucking lost our money.
Exactly.
We had a great time.
Yes. That's all about gambling, and that's what sports are all about. We barely even breezed past the sports book area. We were so busy with just being wasted and having a good time. But that is what runs Vegas is the sports betting. Look at all the Bears fans we saw in town for the Raiders game.
Crazy. No, but that's what gets me is all these guys every week, all they talk about is how much money they win on these betting apps.
Right.
And I keep telling them, statistically, there's 4 guys on this job site. 3 of them spent Sunday betting on NFL games.
Right.
At least one guy lost money.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Come on. At least one of you lost money. There's no DraftKings wouldn't exist if all 3 of you came out $1,000 ahead this weekend.
Absolutely not. Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
nobody's telling you they're losing. Everybody's losing. Everybody.
Right. They tell you the times they won, and they disregard the part of the story where they lost 5 or 6 bets in a row.
I guarantee you, dude, they have to be.
How many parlays are they pumping into that thing until they finally land one, and they maybe make their money back? Right.
Do they do it on those apps where they do the your lifetime overall winnings?
They absolutely do. I don't use my app enough. I think last night, because I was home alone, and baseball playoffs started, I did a nice kind of I did a wager on who's going to win all the series, all the divisional series. I picked the Cubs, of course. I got to, and I already lost it. I already lost. Yeah,
Chicago losers, dude.
I picked the Cubs, the Yankees, the Mariners, and I can't remember the other one. And then I did one for because it's the beginning of the playoffs, so I picked Super Bowl. You know, the 2 teams who are going to, or not the Super Bowl, the 2 teams in the World Series I picked. And I went for Mariners versus Brewers.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
I felt like they were the 2 teams that had, each year a team has that kind of just that energy, right? There's just something going on. There's a chemistry. There's just, it's indescribable. There's not a metric for it. There isn't some sort of statistical kind of, element that could show you that this is the team.
Baseball is kind of that only sport that still has that.
Yes.
Where and one thing about that long season is you could have a dog shit team until August.
Right.
And then just find the magic.
Yeah.
And end up baseball does still have that.
And that's why I picked, I did Brewers because Brewers were the team under the radar up until about August, then just magic, man.
You catch that magic.
And they're almost unstoppable, it looks like, right? Because they're grooving.
Yeah.
And,
but then one guy changes his underwear, you lose.
It's over, yeah. That's right.
Why'd you change your socks? Don't! And that's baseball.
It is. It really is, man. And so I went with that. And then the Mariners, great team, good pitching lineup. They have a guy, Cal Riley. He is just crushing the ball this year. He's the home run leader in the regular season, I believe. He was just absolutely annihilating it. And his nickname, the Big Dumper. So I'm like, oh, dude, I love the nickname.
Hope he wins.
Oh, dude, get this guy into the World Series, please. Yeah, man. So I used those 2 elements, the team with the heart and the team with the guy who's just rocking it. And so I could see them bringing it together in the World Series.
Nice. But dude, it's getting absurd. Even on Robinhood, you can now gamble on games.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Robinhood.
Yeah, it's out of control.
No. Get Robinhood and invest some money.
Right.
Gamble on the stock market, not football teams.
If you want some advice on future stocks, I actually have a potential idea here. And if you have been living under a rock the last week or so, you may have missed out on the fact that Elon Musk has waged an all-out cancellation war against Netflix based on their alleged woke bias and kid shows that have LGBTQ sandwich characters. Have you seen any of these clips floating around?
It's kind of insane.
It is actually insane. I got a little news clip where they kind of put a little bit of the stuff in there, so I thought this would be a fun little kind of segue into it here.
Is taking aim at Netflix over the animated series Dead End Paranormal Park, which features a transgender lead character.
It's not the park. It's me. I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows. And being here, it's like a whole new place. I can just be Barney, and I can choose if and when I tell people. I've never been happier.
Well, Musk shared a post that said, quote, transgender propaganda isn't just quietly lurking in the background on Netflix. They are actively pushing it on users. Joining me now to react is Fox News contributor.
All right, and we will do our own reaction for that one. Kind of hilarious. So my advice out there, folks, is get yourself some Netflix stock now that it's plummeting. It's literally plummeting, and you know what's going to happen. Elon's going to buy Netflix.
And then they're going to forget about it. Oh, you think he's going to buy? Oh.
He's going to buy Netflix.
That would be hilarious.
And totally transform it, and the stock is going to skyrocket, dude. It's going to be a hockey stick.
I didn't even know they needed Netflix on Mars.
That's right. It's a long trip. You got to stream something, dude. Yeah.
You could freeze your body, but the mind is still, you know.
Oh, yeah. It's just locked in, man.
You're going to watch Netflix. Yeah, no, that's hilarious.
So,
buy stocks.
The stock plummeted over the weekend, and it's probably going to further go down. It's going to hit rock bottom. Netflix in like a week, they're going to announce they're firing their CEO. They're going to clean house.
They're going to have to.
Either they do something like that, or Elon finally comes out. He's like, I'm buying Netflix, and then it's going to skyrocket the stock, man. So
take it. Yeah.
I did this with Boeing. I did it with Target.
Boeing was a good one. Back when the fucking planes were falling out of the sky.
Man. Absolutely,
I was
dude.
buying it on the down, like as it kept going down.
I also talked about this
with Wendy's too. Wendy's
great
is
call.
In the gutter right now.
Oh, right.
But
man.
as it goes down, the dividend stays high, or it's been staying the same.
Crazy.
So right now, the dividend it's almost 10% yield now.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Wendy's. We're fat and we love Wendy's. I don't think they're going anywhere. Nobody else got the triple.
That's right, dude. Yes.
You know?
No, I'm telling you, I think this happened also just with Elon and Tesla. He was with Trump. Tesla stock plummeted. He left Trump, and I did too. And dude, it's fucking skyrocketed since then, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
because then they came out with the AI, the auto drive.
That's right, man.
And it took, dude. Yeah. Oh, bro. You want to talk about stuff? Hold on, I got to pull this up here. Autopilot.
You can share also. I think you can screen share if you want. You got the opportunity.
I don't want you guys to see it, but I'll talk percentages.
I don't want to see
January,
the porn on there.
In January, I joined Autopilot, where you could track like Nancy Pelosi. And you put an amount of money in, and it will automatically trade when Nancy Pelosi trades, right?
It also does inverse Kramer, which is one of the highest paying.
I picked 3. I did. I wanted to have a control, and my control was Citadel Tractor. Citadel is like one of the largest hedge funds, right?
Right on.
These are like professional stock traders, right? I did Citadel, Nancy Pelosi, and inverse Kramer. So Citadel, the professionals, they are up right now. This is in January. They're up 6.3%.
All right.
Not bad.
Yeah,
8 months,
solid.
8 months,
Yeah.
solid. Nancy Pelosi, she's up 25.7.
Oh, all right. Yeah, man.
4 times the professionals. Nancy Pelosi is up 4 times the professionals.
It's just so obvious why she keeps running, dude.
Her portfolio is up 25% in 8 months. Insane.
Do we have an FBI? Do we have any investigators? Like anybody out there that could check this out?
But this is the best part. Just doing the opposite of what Kramer says. You're up 35.2%. Don't. 35%, dude. I got 35% on my inverse Kramer.
This is for all the boomers out there, especially Pepino, our father, who religiously buys the books of Jim Cramer. Stop buying those
We're
books.
stealing your money. They're stealing your money through Jim Cramer.
I've had this theory with Kramer, though, that his producers and him are in on this, and they they invest inverse Kramer. That's what they've been doing this whole time.
We got to find a way to do his portfolio, not what he says.
What he does.
What does he actually invest? Yes.
No, I'm telling you, I think his portfolio is inverse Kramer. It has to be, dude.
35% in 8 months is the most absurd return.
But
that's Bitcoin returns.
what would explain him still having a job at CNBC?
Why are you still working?
The only explanation are his producers and the people who run it are doing inverse Kramer. So
Well,
everything he goes on the show and does, they're all investing the opposite, and they've just been killing it for years, man.
35%. The year's not even over, Frank.
Yeah, man. Jim Cramer every year's like, don't worry, guys, I'm going to put out another book. We'll reel him in for another one.
You know what? I'm getting a little older, a little wiser. I think I understand the market now. This is going to be my year, 2026. Dude, 35% is crazy.
That is crazy, man. That's basically what you're getting from gold and silver if you invested in that stuff over the last year.
I wish I would have put all my money in inverse Kramer.
Seriously, you probably still can. That is something I think that could ride for infinity.
Until he gets fired.
Right,
no, I think next January I'm going to put a lot of... Because what I do is I put money from every paycheck into savings, and then at the end of the year, that's like the emergency fund. And then at the end of the year, I put that into the Robinhood.
All right. Very nice.
I think what I'm going to do is in January, do half and half. Half Nancy Pelosi, half inverse Kramer.
Right on. I'll do it with you. Yeah. I'm actually down with that. I need to upgrade or update my Robinhood account and get back down and dirty with this inverse Kramer / Nancy Pelosi.
Funny.
That's what I'm going to ride the inverse Kramer train.
Funny.
I like that, man. I think that's
Robinhood, dude, for a while there was giving you 5%. Then it went down to 4.5% just on the money, the cash you had in
Wow. There. All right.
That's why I was keeping all my cash in there. And then, I don't know. Every time there's a dip, I buy a bunch.
Excellent, man. That's the way to do it. I'm a dip man. Every time it dips, I buy. That's what I do.
If something like Wendy's is, man, I bought a lot. So people buy Wendy's, so it goes up.
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time I had Wendy's. Honestly, I like the In-N-Out burger. That's where I go for my fast food.
Yeah, you're lucky. How good was that Whataburger, man,
bro? I mean, they need to.
The trip.
We have one in Colorado Springs. I might drive down there just to get that flavor again. The Whataburger might be the best burger in America. I think that's top of the line there.
It's so underrated.
Why was it so good? We were also, it was Vegas. We were drunk.
It's 12 in the, it's like 1 in the morning or whatever.
Yeah, man. I mean, something about it.
I wish I got that triple. The meat is, it
was good meat, and it was a juicy,
Plus,
delicious.
Hold
meal,
on, though, too. Everything you went to in Vegas is like the best of that thing.
For some reason, yes.
Right, like they send their best.
It's the most expensive version. That's guaranteed.
It was the same thing when I worked at Topgolf. If you were like the best at your job at Topgolf, those guys got recruited to go work at the one in Vegas.
Right, that Topgolf though is world renowned for being a really kick-ass Topgolf.
But everything in Vegas is.
Everything is, yeah. Good call.
It's like,
you're right, man.
If you're working at the Whataburger in Vegas, it's because you worked somewhere else and you were the all-star.
Absolutely, great call. Actually,
and you got recruited.
Man, it was good Whataburger. It's funny.
So good.
We ate great stuff, but the best meal might have been the Whataburger at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was probably the cheapest too out of everything.
I tell everybody's. I'm telling you right now. We went to this Italian restaurant that was super fancy. It was the most expensive meal of my life.
It was good. We had caviar, bro. Come on, caviar, man.
It was. I literally know a $13 burrito.
Right.
Actually, I could probably name 4 or 5 places where I'd rather have their burrito than that meal.
Well, the thing with fancy meal,
even if it was free, give it to me for free. I'm picking the burrito from these 4 or 5 places over that.
High class eating. The problem is, here we are 2 weeks later. I'm still hungry from that dinner. Still haven't filled up from it, man. That's crazy.
My God, I remember looking at those ravioli. Listen, man, we paid fucking $40 for these raviolis. I go to fucking Olive Garden. If I pay $40, I'm walking out of there a
right. You're not getting the endless breadsticks in this scenario, unfortunately. And if you do get a breadstick, it's like a wafer, like an inch by inch.
And everybody keeps making fun of me, but then they don't know how to say it either. And I've been tainted by South Park.
Right.
What's the real way you say creme fraiche?
I think you got it. Creme fraiche? Creme fraiche?
Because remember, Emma's sister was making fun of me. I don't know how
we all got made fun of. It was that, and they had all the Carpaccio still throwing us for a curveball. I'm still not even sure what a Carpaccio is. I'm going to be honest with you. It was so thin. It didn't even look like anything. Did I even eat anything? I don't think so.
We were at a table where 60% of the people there didn't belong at that table. And that was me, you, and Tony.
Italians, by the way. Sons of Italian immigrants.
We didn't belong. I'm always going to be... Dude, what's crazy is I don't know how it happened, but over the past few weeks, I've been working at like some really rich people houses.
Yeah, man.
And I actually met, talked to a couple billionaires, which is crazy. Right?
That is crazy. A lot of us don't get to mix and mingle with billionaires on a regular day.
Because you're not in their kitchen pulling their powder room toilet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you get to talk to... I really think I really believe the biggest curse is getting everything you want without earning it.
Oh, I'm sure, man. Yeah.
Dude, the guys I met who are billionaires that the one guy was even telling me how he started from nothing. And he was like, I know this house looks amazing, but I started with my ex-wife in a 1-bedroom apartment. You know, and it was it was really funny to hear that story. Now he's worth $8 billion.
Right.
And dude, those guys are the nicest guys you will ever meet. And all I could think about is well, yeah, obviously they're nice. They made a career, their whole life has been building relationships with people and being a nice guy and, following what doing what you say you would do. And you know what I mean? And that's why they're great guys. And that's why they are where they are. And it's hard not to like them. And then every single one of them, they're on their third wife, and that woman is a cunt, the biggest cunt in the world. And their kids are just the worst people you've ever met in your life.
Oh, yeah.
But the guy who earned the money is throwing his clubs in his Bentley. You know what I mean? And going
That's right, man.
And he's just so happy. You know what I mean? He doesn't, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? But then the wife
absolutely.
is absolutely just completely flustered that you have to interrupt her yoga session so that you could get to the main water valve and it's in the closet. She is just cannot believe it, right?
Yes.
It's
absolutely.
It's so crazy. And I just think it's miserable to have that life where you're not actually working towards anything. The struggle sucks, but I do believe there's a lot in that saying that the struggle is your salvation.
Absolutely. The journey, not the end, not the destination, right?
If you give me $1 billion, I'll never be as happy as if I earned that $1 billion.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Man. Well, look at Will Smith from West Philadelphia, born and raised, right? Out on the playgrounds where he spent most of his days, man, right?
Right. And then look at his son.
And then look at his son, who's a total nutcase, bro. I mean,
that's
Will Smith, not a normal guy from any perspective, but he earned his way to be Will Smith, and now his kid is just riding the coattails and is completely insane. I mean, both his kids are, off their rockers, man. And Jada Pinkett Smith, his wife, what a freaking nut job, dude.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I've been seeing. And then the one guy who was the he's ultra rich because he was born into this family is just so snobby.
Oh, I'm sure, man.
But that's the thing. You meet this guy who's worth $8 billion, and you would think he'd be like a snob. Not at all, dude. He was such a cool. I met a couple of them where they're just they're so cool. I don't know, normal guys, right?
The money gets to you, I think, and especially if you're born into it, which is why,
it, or given it, or if you're married into it. But if you're the guy that earned it, I think because you get humbled by the struggle, and then you're just so happy to have it. You made it to the top of the hill. Now you're the one. You're happy. You're chilling, dude. You know
Absolutely.
I mean? And you can just see it. They have that energy of just nothing could really bother them.
Absolutely. When you earn it and then you reach that billionaire elite status, you can just kind of sit back and ride the coattails and not expect too much or have these grand expectations because you've already been at the bottom, you've risen to the top, and now you get to just be like some of these other billionaires at the top, like P Diddy, right? You just enjoy the simple things in life, right?
Hookers from out of state.
Mike, kick back, fill up a baby pool with baby oil, and watch a bunch of whores bang your wife, right? I mean, just the simple pleasures in life. Like P. Diddy, who this week, given 4 years in prison by the judge in his case.
For what? I don't even know what he's guilty of.
Dude, that's literally my
crazy
thing.
parties.
What did he do, man? He's got a weird sex fetish and he's a cuck? I mean, is that
Is
why
it his fault Meek Mills wanted to be famous that bad that he would let him fuck him in the ass? You know what I mean? It's the same thing with like Harvey Weinstein. Like,
yes, same
these girls
thing.
knew what they were getting into. You know what I mean? You wouldn't suck his dick to be in Jurassic Park. You know what I mean? Like,
I wouldn't, but Gavin Newsom's wife did, right? And that's just the way it is, man.
I'd have to see the dick first. Me personally.
Is it a well-groomed dick? I mean,
what are we talking here?
Did you recently bathe? Okay.
I do like his cologne. We're talking Jurassic Park.
That's right, dude.
You know what I watched the other day? It was Spawn.
Wow, man.
Dude.
You were itching for some John Leguizamo, I see,
Leguizamo,
right?
Yeah, Leguizamo, probably his best role because you can't even tell it's him.
You say his best role, a movie that came out 30 years ago? We haven't seen anything with Leguizamo in 30 years.
That's better than the original Mario. Jesus Christ. We got 2 Hispanics to play an Italian.
I love that original Mario, man. I don't know why. It's bad, but it's good for its badness. A lot of movies were like that in the 90s.
Yeah. Well, the Spawn one's really funny when they do this. The CGI Satan is hilarious to see now. Oh,
absolutely.
So good. And it's such a bad, the movies, but they kept it very comic booky. I liked it.
Yeah, it's silly.
It's a good one. It's a good movie.
Dark.
Keep you entertained.
It was. I recall it being still all right the last time I saw it.
It's kind of dumb, but you know.
Yeah, but the 90s, you were able to. I was thinking about Speed the other day. How ridiculous of a movie Speed is. It's so
retarded.
It's so ridiculous,
so
dude.
Retarded.
And the premise is ridiculous, but then it's not ridiculous enough. They have to climax the movie where they jump the bus over a missing road of a highway, and you know, like
you're right, just the premise of it. Though. I'm gonna put this bomb. It doesn't go off unless you go under 55.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta maintain the speed. It's so
stupid.
But somehow, stupid. When I think about Speed, I'm like, it's a great fucking movie, man. Like,
well, they were just Dennis Hopper. Back then. That was Hollywood throwing shit at the wall. This one stuck. It was classic.
Dude, it's just...
It worked. It was so good they made 3 more.
On a boat, dude?
You know, great times. The 90s.
I was thinking about Speed the other day. I'm like, they pushed the boundaries of stupid around that time. They're like, this must have been around Face Off. They're like, we're gonna switch these guys' faces, you know,
so
and then
dumb. That is one of the worst movies.
There was something in the water in 1996. They're like, they convinced the American public, like, no, this bus is gonna jump over a missing road with Keanu Reeves, and there's a bomb on the bus, by the way. The bus is gonna leap with the bomb. Land, no explosion, keep rolling. The tires aren't going to pop. No, that thing is going to keep on pumping, man.
That's a New York bus. When have you ever seen one of those out of commission, Frank? I don't even know if it was New York. Wasn't it like Philadelphia?
It was L.A., I believe.
Oh, L.A.
This bus is going to leap, land, no explosion, even though there's a bomb on it.
Same thing with, what's that movie, Phone Booth?
Yeah, oh, man. Wow.
So stupid.
No foresight, thinking like, you know, they might not have phone booths in the future, actually. This might make absolutely no sense whatsoever to like every generation in about 4 years.
Dude, so in my plumbing class, they went over, we had time, and he was going around the room talking about like when people were born. I was the oldest one in the room, which sucked.
Of course, yeah, old man.
87. Ooh, their kids were like, oh,
old. Yeah.
Youngest guy in the class, born 2003.
Oh my god! Whoa!
That's crazy.
Holy cow, dude! He was born after 9/11. That's mind-blowing.
So that's when we started talking about 9/11, right? And
man.
The guys who remembered it were like, we were talking about how like the teachers pulled in, like teachers were turning on TVs on the news.
Oh, totally.
And we were like, we're blowing the younger guys' minds because we were like, no, you don't understand. We thought America was under attack. Like, they hit these buildings in New York, and there was no cell phones. There was no Twitter. There was no way to know.
Dude, you're so wrong, bro. There was one cell phone on Flight 93. Babe, we're on the flight. We're gonna take out the terrorists. Let's roll. There was one cell phone.
No, we had cell phones, but not like where you could. You were barely texting. You're not even sending pictures and shit. And it was
crazy that people got footage of it happening.
Well, that's what we were talking about
rolling,
too,
man.
Because we kind of got into the conspiracy a little bit, and that's what I was trying to tell them. Like, you don't understand. Nobody now. Everybody would pull out their phone, especially after the first one hit.
Oh,
Phones
yeah.
would be out.
Absolutely.
But, you got to think that first one hit. You got a camera. You start rolling. You only got 20 minutes of film.
Right. Yes. The cassette runs out, man.
I mean, this is even digital cameras were like brand new back then.
Yeah, man.
That wasn't even,
The only footage I recall is the firefighters who were doing some sort of documentary, and they heard the noise, and the guy pans up, and it's the only footage of the first plane hitting, which is so surreal to watch. And then right around 9/11, which we all forgot this year because of Charlie Kirk. Which, again, I'm going to just blame the Jews on the whole thing. I think they wanted us to forget about 9/11 there. But, I mean, all this new footage came out from 9/11 that week, and it's really eerie to watch some of it, especially the footage of the guy just roaming around with a camera while paper and stuff is falling from the towers right before they collapse. I mean, and the music is playing in the lobby. It's a really creepy scene. Have you been watching any of Tucker Carlson's expose on 9/11?
Psycho, dude. I was just about to say, you gotta go listen to it. He breaks it down where the CIA and the FBI were tracking these guys like 3 years before the towers went down. They got wind of the plans, and they were tracking them as they were traveling from like Afghanistan to Bahrain and like Saudi Arabia. Dude, they got like they were literally following. Why didn't they could have stopped them.
The CIA was financing a few of these fellas.
Yes.
The NSA had been openly tracking them in their discussions for years, and neither the NSA nor the CIA communicated any of this information to the FBI, who were frantically trying to find the leads on this potential terrorist attack that was allegedly going to strike America. It's crazy, man.
And then you go read Legacy of Ashes, and you realize the NSA was created by the CIA to be the the intelligence that interrupted signals. It started off as the signal core of the CIA.
The NSA originally began by the CIA opening people's letters in the mail.
Oh, I didn't even read about that. I was reading.
That's
I didn't see that.
Oh, dude, they discussed it in Legacy of Ashes, where the CIA had to later admit in the 70s that they had been actively opening people's mail being sent overseas, which right now sounds like no big deal. You have to put yourself in the shoes of people living in the 1950s. That's the only way you communicated, man.
That's it.
So it was like super illegal to be opening people's mail and reading their correspondence, but the NSA, or the beginning parts of the NSA in the 50s via the CIA, they were doing that, man. They were reading everyone's
and
mail,
tapping
dude.
all the phone lines.
All the phone lines, dude. Yeah.
No, they literally created the NSA to spy on Americans.
Yes,
that
absolutely.
was like the whole
for sure.
We're gonna do. Yeah. Oh, it's crazy.
It is crazy. What's wild too is just the non-communication, and as far as what Tucker uncovered in his 9/11 thing, the lack of communication between the three-letter agencies to almost to the point where you think one was working actively against the other to hide the terrorism that was going on. It's crazy. Like 100%. The CIA basically was like, we got to stop the FBI from finding out we actually may have financed 9/11. Basically.
No, we did it.
Yeah, we did 9/11.
The CIA did it. Yeah, they did it to cover up the missing money, for sure.
In Legacy of Ashes, he does a great dissection of us staging Gulf of Tonkin basically to purposefully draw us into Vietnam.
Yes.
Now, we were already in Vietnam for 10 years, but we needed public support and congressional sign-off on it, so we staged Gulf of Tonkin.
And it was a failure.
It was an epic failure.
That
yes.
they then turned into...
Yeah, the false flag failed, so they just lied about it being a success, and then they started Vietnam. That's literally what happened.
Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable, dude. And they were doing this in the 70s with Gulf, or in the 60s with the Gulf of Tonkin. Obviously, this is what they did with 9/11.
Yeah.
The Dick Cheney, Don Rumsfeld, and the Bush dynasty needed a public excuse to invade Iraq. So they hired a bunch of Saudis to attack the Twin Towers on 9/11, and we bombed Afghanistan and invaded Iraq. That was what happened. Literally, that's the whole thing.
The only planes that flew out of America after the towers were attacked were the Bin Ladens.
Exactly, man.
Tells you everything you need to know.
On the CIA payroll since the 70s, dude. So, I mean, it's, you know who else that was on the CIA payroll back in the 70s? Jeffrey Epstein. So, folks, this whole thing is all tied to. I mean, it's the same nefarious creatures have been running this country for the last several decades.
Did I talk about it on here too? How they only spent $3 million on the 9/11 Commission?
I think. Well, that is crazy, and that's in the Tucker expose too. I believe.
He talks about how they spent only $3 million on that. We spent like $120 million or something on the Jan 6th.
No, dude. Is there a greater farce in American history than the Jan 6th Commission? I mean, that was literally... No. Well, now, too, considering the fact that it was basically admitted within the last week or so, very quietly, it just kind of came out like, oh, you know what? Jan 6th? Yeah, we had 275 FBI agents present in the crowd.
Wow. How crazy is that? 270. Okay, and everybody remember, it started off as 0.
Yes.
It was no informants. There were no agents. And then it was, okay, we had a couple of informants that weren't being paid to be there. They are on the payroll, but they weren't paid to, you know what I mean? And now we had 275.
275 agents.
It kind of seems like a one-way street here.
It keeps going down that way. Just like 100% safe, 100% effective with the vaccine, slowly going down one road. It's a one-way street where it goes to 0% effective, 0% safe.
Then we're not recommending it because it causes myocarditis. So It started off as 100% safe and effective. It ended at causes myocarditis. Here we start off at 0 agents. FBI wasn't involved at all to 275 out of the 1,000.
Yeah, dude, we're hitting 30% here on feds now. We went from 0 to 30%. A third of the crowd were 3-letter agents now.
We're going down it's a one-way street, man.
And I want to remind everybody, in no way whatsoever were any of those 300-something FBI agents Ray-ups.
No, Frank,
not one was
he's
Ray.
He's a poor farmer, man. Why you gotta bring him up, dude? He's supposed to be left alone with his wife.
Poor Montana rancher, and
Frank, they charged him, but then dropped the charges. So
right.
He's totally not a fan.
It's a misdemeanor. All right, he's a misunderstood guy.
Totally not a fan.
I just want to go down a little bit here. Here's a little Ray-ups reminder.
As soon as President Trump is finished speaking, we are going to the Capitol. It's that direction. That's where our true problems lie. President Trump is done speaking. We are going to the Capitol. That's where our problems are.
Yeah, there was Ray-ups out there telling everybody the day of and the day before, we're going to take it to the Capitol, we're going to storm the Capitol, and sure enough, the first breach of the gates, Ray-ups is seen walking away with a smile. It's insane.
But he whispers to that guy.
He whispers into the guy's ear. Yes,
and then
exactly.
The guy goes and storms the Capitol, and he walks away.
It's really crazy, and I don't think I have that footage anymore. I just had a little bit of Ray-ups taunting
Jan
the crowd.
6 was the CIA. It was the FBI. It was somebody. 3-letter agencies.
Yeah, I think it's 3-letter agency, but I think the FBI was clearly involved on some level, but also I really do believe It had all the tall tale signs of what you've been reading about in Legacy of Ashes with the CIA. I mean, the CIA mastered social destabilization decades ago. So, I mean, it's no different than what they pulled in Guatemala or these other places.
No. And then the playbook is to have this thing that isn't really an insurrection, but call it an insurrection. And then have guys like Jimmy Fallon out there every night calling it an insurrection. Bill Maher, the one thing he did is not accept the results, and we had an insurrection. You know what I mean? And like, I think we've come a long way that you're starting to get more and more left-wing media call it a riot.
Right. You actually keyed in on this the other day. We were talking about it. Bill Maher, is he now?
He's now calling it the J6 riot.
He was like #1 fan of the insurrection, man. I mean, it was insurrection every time he talked about it, man. But now it's a riot. Okay.
And I think that's a great sign. Okay, because now we can start to have a discussion about what it was.
Good call.
If you're coming to the table with that was an insurrection, well, we can't even talk about Trump.
Right.
You're not living in reality. Right?
You're in the bleach world. You believe he said drink bleach, so I can't talk to you now.
We'll never find common ground.
Exactly.
You're so far away.
Yes.
And not willing to come to the, you know what I mean? If you come with me with that was a terrible riot and something like that should never happen on Capitol Hill. Well, now I actually agree.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Well, also insurrection kind of implies that there was a group of militiamen coming together and organizing this chaotic scene.
Yeah, there were no guns. Right? There was no bullets fired. There was
the first
no,
insurrection without a weapon, right?
Between militaries, right? And like, okay, so you clearly don't even know what an insurrection is, or you're choosing to not believe. You know what I mean? And
you
now
stupid
we
or
can't
liar.
Exactly.
Stupid or
So
liar with this.
You can't argue with a stupid or a liar. You know
Absolutely.
What I mean?
No, but I love how with the insurrection, if you're calling it an insurrection, well, you're already living in a fantasy land where there was some pre-planning, but they decided to hold back on the weapons. We're going to take over the government, but we're going to do it peacefully without any weapons, right?
Come on.
Which is bonkers. And then, but with Riot, then you leave open the opportunity to discuss. I think there were some outside influences here. I think maybe there were some provocateurs who were involved who maybe pushed it one way or the other.
And then when you look at guys like the guy with the horns, maybe he wasn't trying to take over the government. Maybe he just got caught in a moment. You know what I mean? And like he's not an insurrectionist. That's a great threat to our country. Maybe he's just an idiot.
It's Jacob Chansley, who's now suing Trump, apparently.
I don't care. See what I mean? He's just an idiot. Maybe he's just an idiot, right? Maybe instead of insurrectionists, we had a bunch of idiots. Like
I think you might be onto something there.
With
yeah,
you, Bill
totally.
Maher. That's something we could all agree on, right? I don't like the Jan 6 rioters just as much as you don't like Antifa. Okay,
right.
Now we're on the same page. When you say all MAGA is this insurrection, you know what I mean? Now we're not.
And Jan 6 was perfect because they kind of funneled the angst from the fascist government lockdowns and mandates for the vaccines. They funneled that right-wing angst and rage into stealing the election and then forcing people to believe our last chance to actually have a voice is to go to the Capitol and stop, try and stop this finalization of this stolen election. It is amazing, though, the powder keg that they set in 2021 for this date. You had the lockdowns, the George Floyd riots where they burned cities for the entire summer, and then they capped it off by very blatantly stealing that election. I mean, it was so obviously stolen, man. Come on. So many shenanigans went
I've said
down.
it before. I will say it again. I believe George Bush stole the election. And I believe Joe Biden stole the election. It's both sides. And you cannot tell me the hanging Chad was a stolen election, but Joe Biden's 15 million out of nowhere vote was not. You know what I'm saying? Now you're just a partisan.
Or vice versa, by the way.
Both sides.
Hey, Republicans, admit Bush stole it in 2000.
Admit it.
Yes.
Admit it.
Because it did happen. He did. And look at
it
the
came down to
consequences.
his brother state. You know what
I know, come on.
The hanging Chad, the flood was just as ridiculous as the 15 million votes out of nowhere.
Just as obvious.
Just as obvious.
Absolutely.
You both stole it.
And look what happens when elections are stolen. The consequences are so unbelievable and dramatic. I mean, Bush stole 2000, and then they unleashed 9/11 and the war on terror, and all that.
And then we got
stuff.
Obama.
And then we got Obama. And then Biden steals his election, and we have these unending wars in the Middle East and in Ukraine, right? Every time, dude, every time there's an election stolen, we start 2 wars, it seems like. And so we got this.
That's the game plan. And it's both sides.
It's
both
the
only
sides,
thing they agree
yes.
on. We got to start war.
Because the military-industrial complex knows no politics, man. They only know money, baby. And they got everybody on both sides, man. That's what it's all about.
Poor Lindsay, he just wants the minerals. You know what I mean? every time. Poor Lindsey Graham. What about the minerals? Putin's gonna get the minerals. A million Ukrainians dying, and he's out there crying about minerals.
Wow, man. You know what's funny is we don't hear anything about Putin getting his filthy hands on them minerals. We don't hear any about that anymore. What happened to everybody being so outraged about us taking over Greenland? Dude, it's not even a year into Trump's administration. The outrage machine just keeps churning. You know what I'm saying? They can't keep up. What, sombreros? What? Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so outraged.
The best part is you expect us to get, now we're all outraged out. Who could get outraged over the sombrero?
Great call. You burned me out on Greenland 4 months ago. Now you're on sombreros. I can't even keep up, dude.
I'm still worrying about the flotilla over there. Come on, dude, you can't forget about Greta Thunberg.
Oh, which I think we can transition into here, my man. Probably
it's the number one thing on my mind. Did Greta get the aid to Gaza?
I can't believe we're here now.
I love it.
I love it too. We're living in really funny times.
The narcissism of Greta Thunberg to be like, well, their whole country was blown up and they're being genocided. I'm gonna bring them this bag of rice. I got some Coca-Cola too. I don't know.
It's just she's very good at getting her finger on the pulse. Greta Thunberg clearly realized green energy, the climate change thing, not so hip anymore, especially with the MAGA world coming into play. Yeah,
the money dried up. That's the problem.
Money dried up. Also, she made a retarded prediction in 2017 that the world would be over from climate change in 2024, and that breezed past.
Yeah, but that never stops.
So
I'm looking at Al Gore. For 30 years, Al Gore's been predicting every 5 years that the North Pole would disappear.
Right. Yeah, well, no, he just keeps increasing the amount of Hiroshima bombs going off in the air.
So
we're treating it like an open sewer. 550,000 Hiroshima bombs.
Hey, Al Gore, last 3 years, the North Pole grew.
Right. The grift is unbelievable with the climate change thing, though. I watched a clip of Al Gore in 2007 receiving the Nobel Peace Prize for his climate change awareness.
Go fuck yourself, dude.
You know what I need to do, actually? I'm going to put it on hopefully tonight. What was that? I think that's what he won the prize for, the documentary.
Oh, my God. What was it? It was like
No Tomorrow or something.
Yeah. No, what was it? It was so stupid.
Unforgivable or unwatchable. No, there was something unlivable. We're out of time. 10,000 Hiroshima bomb. Open sewer.
An inconvenient truth.
Inconvenient truth, dude.
Dude, it came out in 2006. It's 19 years ago.
Oh, my.
Man. You know what they say?
20 years.
Time makes fools of us all.
Yes, dude. Yeah.
Time makes fools of us all, my friend.
He won the frickin' Nobel Peace Prize for that documentary.
Which comes with $1 million. That's $1 million prize.
Dude, I have to... And that's basically what's financed the last 20 years of him flying private jets around the world, going to the World Economic Forum, and
that and his private jet rental business. Not him, his wife.
His wife.
Who owns the fleet of private jets.
Mike, but don't poo-poo it. She's the heiress to the Heinz ketchup fortune, so come on, there's a lot of money involved involved there, right?
Who's to blame a guy for flying private, you know?
I was just thinking, like, what a grift, though, dude. 20 years ago, he comes out with this documentary, which at this point is probably 100% proven totally false.
Bro,
Like,
I remember
bullshit,
him talking
dude.
about, like, 2014. Like,
Yes,
that was 10 years ago, brother. We're still living.
And by the way, Al Gore, you've made 0 sacrifices. I haven't seen you sell one mansion of yours. You probably still have a beachfront property in Florida
you
somewhere.
You haven't sold the beachfront property.
That's what I'm saying.
You were predicting Florida's gone. Florida should be gone by now.
And if you were serious, you'd be traveling by train, solar-powered train everywhere to do your speeches, not flying private jet. So, but 20 years, what a grift. And then we got Greta Thunberg, who jumped on board about 10 years ago, but then smartly realized, whoa, this is a bunch of crap. I'm going to just get with the Palestinians and start wearing the kaffifa, because that seems to be really popular with all the liberals now.
This climate change thing, I don't think it has a lot of life ahead of it. Let me go to that Palestine war. That'll last forever. That'll get me to retirement. It's been 2,000 years. Jews in Palestine, I can rock this for 40 years.
Yeah, dude, this is a social topic I could ride forever, man. Yeah. Al Gore is screwed with that climate nonsense. Oh, man. So I love it. Greta had to jump on board with a new movement, so she's wearing the kaffifa, and she did the flotilla.
The flotilla.
They did 2 Freedom Flotillas. I think this is the 3rd flotilla,
right?
If I'm not mistaken.
But there's like the reason they're calling it the flotilla is because there's like a bunch of ships.
There's like hundreds. They have
not
hundreds
just
of
hers.
them. Yeah, man. No, this is a real deal. But they needed some celebrity involved.
Do you know who they're being funded by?
I'm gonna say Soros or
Hamas.
What? Yeah. This is funded by terrorists?
Yeah.
Well, so by the CIA. So the CIA is funding this whole thing.
If so, facto.
That's right.
CIA.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So ultimately, USAID is financing everything that we see going on here.
We're funding the war. We're funding the flotilla.
Right.
Our taxes.
I'm surprised you didn't say Clinton Foundation. Hillary was on the news circuits last week talking about how now that USAID is out, the Clinton Foundation is going to start forking up the bill for all these overseas things going on. So I know, dude. Hillary, don't worry. We know you're the CIA. We've known this for a long time, man. No, get out of here.
We knew as soon as we found out your husband was letting the CIA run cocaine through the fucking state. Right?
Yes, man. No, it's old news with you and the Hillary and the Clinton
crack
Foundation.
cocaine that flooded the markets of the urban cities came from your husband's state. Come on.
Oh, man. So, we're just living in really fun times right now. This war with Hamas is so out of control. Liberals are running out of places to put their support behind. So, we got Greta Thunberg. She's riding the flotilla. I could only go to one place for this story.
Hold on, though. Again, today, Ben Shapiro was talking about it, or on Friday, and I'm like, man, listen, I know this is unpopular, but Ben Shapiro's out there like, this is not a genocide by any definition in the dictionary. If you look at every definition of genocide in the dictionary, this is not a Ben, it's a genocide. It's a genocide.
Bro, you're starving them to death.
It's a genocide.
That's a genocide, man.
I'm all for it. Right? I know I have the most unpopular opinion in the world because I'm saying it is a genocide and I'm all for it.
Right. Well, you've been
killing the Palestinians makes the whole world safer. So
ending Hamas does. You're getting rid of a terrorist organization that has been their motto is death to Israel, death to America. It's hard to find a lot of gray nuance in the phrase "death to America." You know, not a lot of nuance there.
Listen. If you say "death to America," I'm okay with somebody killing you.
Right.
That is
it's a fair game to play. I think. Yeah. If you're against America, then we got to be against you. Kind of. I think that's how it works.
You're saying death to me. I'm saying we'll see who comes first. Right?
Yeah. I saw a video of a Hamas, or it was a Gaza Palestine protest, and the gays for Palestine showed up, and one of the Palestinian brethren stopped the gays from Palestine and said, "Oh, it's on video. It's incredible." And the guy's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "No, we don't support you." He's like, "Turn around and get out of here." Yeah, it's bad audio, but but this Palestinian guy's like, "You need to get out of here. We don't like you, and you shouldn't be a part of this. Like, we would murder you if we could right now. You need to go."
Listen, when we're done with the Jews, you're on deck.
We have a list, see?
We haven't killed you yet because we're not finished with the Jews.
Dude, the queers for Palestine, man.
It's so funny.
Ooh,
it's so funny.
They've lost the narrative. That's the problem. And,
yeah,
this is the issue with living such a wonderfully sheltered and just comfortable life in America, that you can express yourself so freely that you get to the point where you're actually supporting a group that would murder you if they had the chance. They would literally throw you off of a rooftop in front of everybody to see because they would celebrate it. Your murder.
Do you not understand the irony of being allowed to burn the American flag in protest of Palestine, a place where you could not get away with burning their flag?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you do not even see the irony. We haven't. There's that meme going around. Elon posted it, where it's the guy holding the sign. It says, "This is it. America is it. Nobody's coming to save us. There's nowhere to go for freedom.
Yes,
this is it."
Yes,
and I think we need to get that through to people. Is America perfect? Absolutely not. Neither is your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend.
Good call.
Right?
Yeah,
nothing and nobody is perfect.
Who told you about my boyfriend? That's,
I saw the Subaru.
3/4. I drive the Subaru.
I'm just saying, it's as good as it gets. This is the best you will get.
Yes.
In your lifetime, there's no place better to live. How do I know? We're forcibly removing millions of people who wanted to be here. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There's nowhere else on earth. You know, how many people are dying to get into Palestine?
Great call.
Even before the
apparently
war.
just Greta Thunberg and her fleet of merry fairies that are coming in the Freedom Flotilla, right? Yeah,
that's it. You know, nobody's even Israel. Who's begging to go to Israel? You know.
No, great call, man. I'm actually. Again, you're so fortunate to be so comforted in this beautiful experiment called America.
Yes.
Where you can express yourself to be a queer for Palestine, a place that would murder you the second you step foot there.
Who's that black dude with the fucking crazy hair? I hate that motherfucker.
Are you talking about Dashiki Man from Tennessee?
No. Who the Constitution is trash.
Oh, that is I can't think of his name, like Hugo Chavez. Yeah, I know.
I'm talking about the fat black dude.
Eli Mistel.
Yeah, and oh fuck, I forgot where I was going. He said something the other day.
It is Eli Mistel though, if I'm not
Eli something.
Yeah,
Eli something.
I got him. Yeah, Eli Mistel. He hates America. He believes we would be better off if we
rewrote the Constitution.
Yes, we have
did all this and that. It's like, dude, yes, that is it. It doesn't get better than America. And all he does is talk shit about America. Dude.
All these people who do that need to just leave. But I think we just send them on a little trip. They can go to another country where they think it's better, a communist country, or someplace where black people run everything. We'll send you there, see how you do.
Dude,
and then,
did you see that polling on communism in college campuses?
I did not see this. Oh, no, man. That's not good.
It's like 60% of people coming out of colleges believe communism is the best form of government. It just hasn't been done right.
Yeah, but that's a thing in college, though.
It's terrible.
I feel like that's always been kind of a college mentality. You know, college students in their early 20s, they reject capitalism and the kind of mechanisms that have made America work at its best level.
I think what pisses me off the most about the bike lanes in Chicago is that I remember sitting in sociology class in college and them talking about how do you fix traffic in a city? Well, you build bike lanes.
Right.
And then more people will ride a bike. And then that's how you alleviate, you know what I mean? And that's the overeducated people running.
Yeah. That's the
these
communist.
cities.
That's the
It's the
communist
communist
mentality.
thinking. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because the problem is
work.
everybody who's telling you we'll build bike lanes that'll fix traffic, none of them are going to ride a bike.
Right.
They're expecting you
Yes.
to ride the bike instead of
Yes.
driving to work. They're going to drive to work.
Absolutely. No, Jared Polis is allocating all these funds to build trains that he's never going to ride. You're going to ride it, not
You
him.
need to ride it.
He's going to drive around you.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're the traffic, not him.
Yo, absolutely. You know, Jared Polis will
Not the
jump in
elites.
his car and get to where he wants to go in a timely fashion, while all of you slaves take the train, and you have to abide by that schedule. You can't live by your own schedule.
You know what's crazy? Speaking of really rich and the elites working at all these elite homes, do you know what the richest guys all drive? Like on a daily basis? They all have the fucking car, the McLaren. I mean, this guy, he opened his garage, he had the McLaren, he had the Bugatti, he had a...
Yeah,
do you know
man.
Do you know what I've seen almost every one of them get into and drive off to work in?
No.
Tesla.
Yes, I
It's
know.
crazy, but they all drive Tesla.
Well, if you have your own charging station outside of your
Yes.
garage, right? In your detached garage, if you will. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like the Tesla is a great ride, dude. I'm a huge fan of it. It's got the longevity. I've been
And it's
corrected on
auto.
this. Yes, absolutely.
It drives itself.
For sure. That
So
dude,
if you're a
that's
busy guy making phone calls, answering emails, your car is driving.
maybe you want to indulge yourself on a nice 12-inch pizza while you're going to your destination, you know? Yeah, I love the Tesla. I'm a huge fan.
I really want to get one. I really want to
I do too, and I think we're entering that phase very soon where the common man could probably have himself a Tesla, and it could be worth his time and energy.
The 2026 Toyota Camry is $40,000. I was
What,
like, yeah, I
dude?
was like,
Holy
what?
cow!
Literally,
Get a
what
Tesla. Teslas are 35, man.
It's 50.
There
The
you
Tesla's
go.
it's $48,000 Tesla. I might as well get a Tesla.
And then you at least feel like you're in the future while spending the future money.
No, I paid $50,000, but it's driving itself.
That's what I'm
This is
saying.
all-
No, no.
yeah, right,
If I'm in
right.
2025 and I'm dropping 40 G's on a Camry, I'm like, what the fuck is this society? We're like, what happened? I thought we were supposed to be flying cars and hoverboards, man. But no, now drop the 50 G's, get your self-driving supercar that's a computer on wheels. Well, now we're talking, man.
Now
Now
we're
I feel like I'm in the future.
Yeah. No, you get into a Tesla, you're like, I'm too dumb for this. This thing is, I barely opened the door. This thing is so much smarter than me. That's what I want, man. Everything is $50,000. It's crazy the amount of money. I honestly, believe it or not, I've been searching for a while. I think the best car you could probably buy right now is the Buick Envista. It's $27,000, brand new.
Damn. All right.
It's kind of just seems like it's for the money. If you want a decent sized car under $30,000, it's probably your best bet.
I'll have to take your word for that one, man. Yeah, I ride the Subaru, which is for all the bi-curious fellas out there. And but get your purchasing on now because time may be running out. We are in the midst of an intergalactic kegger, my man. That's right.
What are you talking about? Aliens again?
Dude, the comet's here, bro.
Oh, the comet. Forget
It's
about
here,
the
and it's
comet.
bigger than they thought.
Oh,
Yeah, it's here, man.
Is it talking to us yet?
So it just flew by Mars, and we got some images of it, and people are kind of freaking out because it's like a cigar, bro. And they're saying it's not like a normal comet. Look, it looks like a cylinder.
Oh, cylinder. Yeah.
And so they're saying that we could be, this could be an intergalactic kegger. We might have some aliens here, man. Yesterday it cruised past Mars on the other side of the sun, so we can't really see it very well. And it's supposed to kind of graze past Jupiter, and then we're gonna get a nice full view of this bad boy, apparently.
How funny would it be if it like studied our solar system? It was like Mars, that's got to be the place where life exists. Totally misses us.
Dude, what if when they scanned this place, Mars did have life, and they finally sent the ship And that's how much time has passed, and now Earth is the one with the life. Yeah! Mind blown, baby! Yeah!
Yeah, like they left 1 million years ago.
Yeah, like their last probe was here. Yeah, like 1 million years, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta see this planet. It's got
so
it's teeming.
green. It's got life everywhere. They built this pyramid. Look, they built a face.
Yes, yes, the face, dude. Yes.
Oh wow! Crazy.
So a lot of weird stuff. This Ari Loeb guy, who we've played a clip of, he's back on the news this week. He's saying that a lot of weird stuff going on with this comet. It has a light beam essentially pointing towards us in the sun, as opposed to going the headlights
one
and
headlight.
The one headlight's a wallflower. It's just the wallflowers. And but there's a lot of just anomalies going on with this thing as it's coming close. And so they're really going all in on this potentially being either an alien probe or some sort of technologically advanced, system or device that's careening through. It's similar in shape to that onomatopoeia thing that came burning through here a couple years ago, the cigar, right? He's also
I'm starting
claiming...
to think that's just how they're shaped.
Maybe, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But also they're saying that the direction that this thing came from is from where this wow signal happened. Back in the 70s, they got a signal when they were scanning the sky, and apparently it was this anomalous transmission that came through the frequency range, and the only thing that could explain it was some sort of intelligent life, or, like a radio signal that was sent through. And they're claiming that this guy, this comet, this intergalactic kegger is coming from that exact same spot where this wow signal originated, which is some sort of star system that is fairly close, like 4.2 light years away,
or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah. So this guy's doing the rounds again, and he was on Newsmax with a Congress member who is in the know on some kind of top secret disclosure that's gone on behind the scenes in Congress. And so they're interviewing these guys, and the Congress member in this interview drops a P Diddy, if you will, on us that that I didn't see coming, and I feel like it's kind of not gotten enough press because people are really focused on this comet that could be intelligent life of some sort, or a spaceship. It could be maybe it's a bomb that the star shot at us, right? They're going to blow up the sun and kill everything here. Who knows? Could be anything. But during this interview, the Congress member there on the right, he kind of tossed out some info that I found to be absolutely fascinating.
You received intelligence that suggests that there are perhaps deep water alien bases right now sitting on the ocean floor on this planet. Is that
Excuse me?
Yeah.
accurate?
I would say that's pretty accurate.
Can you...
All right. Yeah, man. Deep underwater aliens, Mike.
Do you know what we just found out? Breaking right now. Frank, the U.S. government has deep underwater bases. That they're going to blame on aliens.
Yeah, man. This is Project Bluebeam, people.
We go into more detail. How long have they been here? Where are they?
Well, I'm extrapolating all this with my East Tennessee vernacular. So we've got five or six deep water areas of our oceans. We actually know more about the surface of the moon than we do about these areas. And these are areas where
here's where they fuck up. Like, this guy's in Tennessee. It's a landlocked state. I'm not gonna believe this guy. Tennessee. Give me somebody from Florida.
This is Rep Burchett, though. He claims he was on these committees where... Well, no, he's on a committee, and...
This guy, look at him. He's pale. He hasn't seen the ocean in years. Look at this guy.
There's a reason. He's scared of what's in there, man. He's in the know, man.
Good call. See, if you put it that way, I used to have a house on the beach. Then I moved to Tennessee.
He was neighbors with Pelosi and the Obamas, and then he found out, and he's like, I'm out of here, man.
I'm out of here. The aliens. Yeah, okay.
I have a high frequency of UFO or UAP sightings. We've had naval folks have told me pretty high up that they've actually tracked these things. And we have stuff that can go underwater.
I gotta
probably
get one
30 to 40 miles.
Spot.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a little Jewish one. It's gonna be like
Now, or maybe something a little faster that the Chinese haven't stole from us yet. And we've tracked things big as a football field going 200 miles an hour. Now I realize in the water you extrapolate that to knots and all that, but
Yeah, 200 miles an hour, size of a football field. I got the tinfoil hat on, Mike, and you're shaking your head. You know what that means, people. No!
So the U.S. has a submarine, essentially, that's the size of a football field. We have underwater bases.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the Tic Tac. I think that it's probably a large version of it. Probably goes into space.
I was gonna
water.
say, yeah, I think Samuel L. Jackson just like directs them, and then they get out of the water, and it becomes a giant aircraft carrier.
It's the Avengers, man. They're saving us from the intergalactic kegger, dude. Come on.
I want to be part of this kegger. I gotta see these aliens. What kind of drugs these aliens bring in? You know?
Party drugs. They're going straight to Vegas. That's what I understand.
That's what I'm saying, man. Can we get some alien drugs?
All right, man. So yeah, intergalactic kegger. It's on its way. It's here. It's hitting up Mars right now. Going to circle around the sun. Maybe they're going to create a Dyson sphere, steal our sun's energy. Which I know.
How crazy would that be?
Dyson sphere is pretty cool stuff when you think about it.
I would love it just to see all the Democrats be like, "We need the sun. What happened to the sun?" You guys tried to block it.
Yeah, man. So interesting times. We're going to find out apparently on the eve of Halloween what this comet or intergalactic kegger is all about. It's probably a comet.
It's nothing.
If they're going to go alien route, I foresee Project Bluebeam, false messiah, antichrist, some sort of new world government.
Do you know why this is an alien ship possibility? Because we didn't see the dip in the economy from the tariffs. Things are kind of moving smooth sailing. Stock market's at an all-time high. They don't have enough to bash Trump. All they got is this racist Sombrero video.
That's right, man.
Bring out the aliens.
¿Dónde están los aliens? ¡Ay, caramba!
You know what I'm saying? We don't have anything to bash Trump on. Let's talk aliens.
Great call. I think the Trump derangement syndrome fuel tank has run low and empty now. So let's move on to aliens here.
Just like I know JD Vance is killing it because he's not in the news anymore. Tom Homan and RFK are killing it because they're not in the news anymore.
Yes.
Dude, I gotta tell you, one guy who's been making the rounds, Louis C.K.
I saw. Yes,
dude,
man.
I am so happy to see that this is a sign of the times.
Yes.
That he's back.
Absolutely.
Please come back. You know what I'm saying? Did he jerk off in a bunch of women? Yes. But they all said he asked them first.
He's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman jerker. He's a gentleman jerker, Frank.
I saw him on Bill Maher's show on Friday.
Plus, he's been doing the podcast around. He's
right.
So for his fans, he never really went anywhere because he was always doing his website. He kind of had like his own thing, but it's just good that he's being welcomed back. I don't know.
Well, if you're giving awards to Kevin Spacey, bring back Louis C.K. Come on. What are we doing here as a culture?
He's no Will Smith.
No, you're right, dude. Yeah, you're right. Good call, dude. It's not like he didn't write a song about heiling Hitler or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
He
Come
jerked
on.
off in front of a couple women. Who
Maybe.
Come on.
No, him coming back really just reminded me of how over the top the Me Too movement was. They destroyed so many good careers. Culturally, we need Louis C.K. to be saying the things he's saying, to be pushing the boundaries.
He's a good guy.
Yes.
If you're telling me he's bad and he's evil and he's misogynist, there's no hope.
Right.
Louis C.K. is the best you can hope for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? They did the woke movement, the Me Too movement 10 years ago was what they needed in order to establish the woke movement that we had to go through. You had to first cancel all the people who would stop it or say something about it. So they canceled and destroyed Louis C.K. and Dave Chappelle, and they got rid of everybody. And then all of a sudden, here's wokeism. We're going to censor everything you say, and we're going to block you from social media and from network television unless you follow the guidelines and play ball with woke culture. And so... would there have been wokeism with Louis C.K. running around them, making fun of it and pushing the boundaries and being offensive?
Not just him. He set the example. So I believe a lot of the other guys didn't say what they really wanted
Exactly.
to say.
We stopped the offensive-ness of everything because all of a sudden now, you're going to be cast to the cornfield like Louis C.K.
Louis C.K. Yeah. I'm just glad to see him back. He didn't do anything wrong.
Great call.
In my opinion. Would I do it? No, but I've never been in that situation either.
Yeah.
I've never had a green room for anybody to come into and me jerk off. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I would. I don't know. But he without sin. You know what I'm saying?
Don't knock it if you haven't tried it, right? You never know, man.
I might love the baby pool of oil. I'm not here to judge. I've never been in this situation.
Yeah. Great call, man.
Just good to see him back.
It's a sign of the times and the healing of our culture.
Yeah.
What we just went through the last 10 years was not right. And so now it's coming back.
And I got to give it to Bill Maher. I love how he's calling out the fact that the Democrats won't come on his show. It's
fantastic. And he's right on the money.
I love it.
But that's what the whole Charlie Kirk murder was about. Here's a guy on the right who's saying, hey, let's talk about it. So you shot him in the neck.
And you can't, because you can't defend your stances, which means you're wrong.
And
so you're lying.
By you, we're talking about the Jews, obviously. I think everybody understands. We're talking about Mossad, Bibi Netanyahu.
Not O.J. Simpson, the Jews.
The Jews. Oh, yeah, the Jews. Not the Jews.
My favorite Jew, if you will. The Jews.
Oh, man. It's just, it is nice that we're now seeing the conversation come to the forefront.
It's coming back.
It's good with Bill Maher, actually. Yeah, I like what he's doing there. You need a Bill Maher in the world, and he's eventually going to be ostracized by the left. The left they're going
to cast him. Yeah,
they're about to kick out Stephen A. Smith, who was being floated as a presidential frontrunner 6 months, and now because he had a clip last week where he's like, hey, look, do I like Trump? No, but are his policies working? Well, kind of, So, it's kind of all right to like what he's doing if it's working.
It's okay to like some of it.
Yes.
So I always give Ben Shapiro shit, but the only reason he's the only one I keep listening to him. It's because at the end of every show, he always does he'll always do something that's bad for Trump. You know what I mean? And he always, what Trump did bad,
Yes.
And you never heard once from the Pod Save America guys, what did Biden do bad this week? Right?
Right. Yes, man.
Because he definitely did bad. I'm not saying everything he did was bad. Some of the things he did was good. I still agreed with the CHIPS Act, even though they kind of, leave it to the Democrats to fumble that.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But still, you never heard anything. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I do like about the right-wing guys is a lot of them, the honest ones, do talk about, Palantir and all this and how
Steve Bannon is more critical of Trump than people on the left sometimes. It's actually awesome.
But it's refreshing to hear.
Yes.
You know
Absolutely.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, you never got that with the other side. But Democracy Now! And Pod Save America were all about Biden. Everything was great. Everything was grand. Everything was wonderful. Even though inflation was out of control. Nobody on the left noticed inflation until 2025.
What about the ocean of humans? The ocean of humans streaming over the southern border.
Yes.
Like, come on. Nobody thinks that's okay. Nobody. Come on.
And also, that's why I like John Fetterman. He turned out to... He was one of the only Democrats that voted for the continuing resolution.
Not only that, he's the only guy that was on the news last week saying, hey... we gotta tone down the Nazi rhetoric. Okay? This guy's not Hitler. He's not Hitler. And if that makes me not a Democrat, then we've lost our way as a party because we just need to all agree on one thing. The guy's not Hitler.
He's not
and they're
Hitler.
not Nazis.
He's not killing Jews. He's not Hitler.
There's a reason
John
why
Fetterman's the voice of reason right now.
They need to run him for president, man.
He might be.
I'd vote for him. He wears the Carhartt. He's representing the common man, right?
But he's the only one that votes when Republicans when they're right. You know what I mean? Sometimes they can be right.
Dude, he's out there saying what everybody else is thinking, which is the reason Democrats, you're polling at 18% nationally is because you refuse to let go of calling Trump Hitler. Just stop calling the dude Hitler. That's the only thing you could... If you did that, you'd gain back maybe 10% of your voting base. Maybe.
I forgot what the vote was, but there was one of the votes where they asked him why he voted with Republicans, and he said, I went back home. My constituents by 80% wanted it.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, but I'm here to represent my constituents. And I was like, dude, how did you become the I was totally against him when he was running. Remember, we were making fun of him?
Absolutely, both of us.
You're picking the brain dead patient over
the
doctor. You know what I mean? It was insane.
It's still insane. It's still
insane. I can't believe he won.
It's a critique of Pennsylvania and whatever's in the water there. I think, in the school system.
Well, they're all little brain dead. The steel mills.
We're talking Philly. They grease the light poles, man. That says it all right there.
But honestly, man, I'm wrong. You guys made the right decision. John Fetterman was a great choice. I really respect him.
Totally. He's a voice of reason. And honestly, if you're not agreeing with Fetterman and what he's saying, all you people on the left and the right, if you refuse to critique your own side, you're being dishonest.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
Oh, if you're on the right and you hate Fetterman, you're an asshole.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? You have to at least respect what you know what I mean?
If you want to get 100% of the vote in 2028, Vance Fetterman. I'm telling you right there, that's your ticket. You will annihilate the competition.
That would be hilarious.
Because Fetterman, stop delaying. You're out of the party. You've complimented Trump too many times. You're done. Just switch to the right.
Dude, you left the Democratic Party the minute you walked out with that Israeli stuff.
Yo, it was over.
You're done.
But what's funny about that is, and I've been thinking about this a lot, we were discussing the Muslim takeover of Minneapolis and Houston, and there's all these American cities, and the way the Democrats seem to be leaning, wearing the kafifas and all of this. I think Democrats have realized, man, we've lost Hispanics, we're losing blacks, we got one group left, it's Muslims. So we have to really just lean into Muslims. We got to start wearing the kafifas and being pro Sharia law and all this stuff, because that's all they got left for a voting base, man. Everybody else has gone to the right.
The video Trump posted of Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, it was so funny because it's so true.
¿Cómo estás?
Not even the blacks want to vote for us. Like, it's so true. The fact that you guys call them the blacks, only Democrats call them the blacks.
Well, dude, Democrats, you don't understand why you're losing black Americans. Your whole position on them is they can't find the DMV. Like that's your whole position for the entire community of African Americans is they can't get a license and they don't know where the DMV is and they can't look up directions there because they don't know how to use a computer.
They don't know how to use a computer. That's why they vote for you.
You don't know why you're losing this group of people because you're the most racist group out there. Like, you're so racist towards all these groups, man. It's crazy. And then meanwhile, the Republicans are like, we just want to stop with the gender stuff, and if you want to go to church, that could be a good thing for your culture. That's like kind of their whole thing. We want the government out of our lives. Let us go to church. That's basically it. Which resonates with most people. It's crazy, man. But Mike, I think we covered quite a bit. We crushed several hours there. We probably roll stuff to the next one.
People.
Yeah, that's
We're
right.
In Chicago,
go to the.
We went to Oktoberfest in Crown Point yesterday.
How was it, man?
Man, it is just. It's so nice, man. It's not overly crowded.
Right.
There's no like riffraff. Everybody's just more considerate of everybody around them. And I think because it's a large enough place where you're not going to know everybody, but small enough where like I might run into the grocery store, so I'm not going to.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I don't know. It was really nice.
I've been noticing in all these urban areas now, every scenario you can think of, whether it's a fast food restaurant or a school or an office building, everything is turning into the Carnival Cruise scenarios where everyone's just going fisticuffs and brawling. It's just like brawling everywhere in all these major cities, dude. All these people are just brawling each other.
Dude, there's literally whole areas of Chicago where if you ever go into the Jewel, you're gonna see a fight.
The videos are all
it's crazy.
But my point being is it's happening in Chicago, New York, LA. You're not seeing these videos come out of like West Point, Indiana, or whatever. Crown Point, Indiana. Like, you're not getting these kind of scenarios.
It's so peaceful. Everybody's like just, I don't know. Everybody's kind of nicer. I don't know. Like today I'm at the Jewel and there's like 3 of us trying to get apples. You know what I mean? And everybody's like,
right.
If I'm waiting for the there's a certain type of woman on the south side of Chicago who's a little bit larger, and if she's getting the apples and she notices you're waiting to get the apples, she's gonna take 3 times longer than she was going.
Oh yes,
you know it, right? But then here they look at you and they're like, "Oh, sorry, hold on," and they just like hurry up. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. And then of course my instant response is, "Whoa. Hey, take your time. Hey, we're being nice here. I didn't know that." But 5 minutes into it, and you're just looking at me like I'm an asshole. No, that's Chicago. Like,
yes,
I don't know.
And there's
and it's one of the reasons the traffic moves better. I truly believe is because people will like let you in, and that opens. I don't know.
Interesting.
In Chicago, in Chicago, half the people are trying to go around. They're being an asshole, going around the traffic and then causing the traffic that they're trying to go. Do you know what I'm saying? By taking the exit and then the entrance to like, I'm going to save 30 seconds. And all of us assholes that are trying to save 30 seconds are causing the 30 minutes of traffic.
Absolutely.
And all I saved was 30 seconds.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's an I'm going to get mine and I don't care about you attitude versus this is the community.
Isn't that what victimhood culture is? That mentality, though. I'm going to get mine, and I'm not getting mine, so I'm going to blame the system and society and the government for not giving me more so I can get mine. It's the victim mentality, man. It's very toxic, and it's all over these urban areas. I see all this stuff now with black fatigue, they're calling it.
So funny, yeah.
And it's basically people, who are working at Waffle Houses who have to deal with people going fisticuffs in every second, and now you have managers just clocking them in the face before anything starts because I've had enough.
Because we could all agree slavery was bad. It was terrible. I agree slavery was bad and terrible. Yeah. That doesn't give you the right to punch out the waitress at Waffle House.
I know, but
in 2025,
what's going on at Waffle House though? There's a lot of fights and brawls going on at Waffle House. I noticed.
But there hasn't been a slave in America in 75 years. Why you punch? That doesn't give you the right to punch out Waffle House waitresses.
Good call.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It doesn't give. There were slaves in the 1800s. That doesn't give you the right to rob Walgreens.
Yes.
Like you know what I mean?
Totally.
Those two are not related, right?
Yes, man.
I'm sorry.
I see where the fatigue is coming from. I saw a viral clip, though. It was from a Waffle House. It was 2 a.m, and it was white people and black people singing a hip-hop song, some rap song. They were all singing.
Nice.
They were all singing the lyrics together and, like, in harmony. And I don't know. This could be the MAGA world we're living in, man. You know what I mean? Maybe
we should all come together.
Maybe we're going down that route.
If everybody turned off the social media... Dude, we didn't even talk about the Jews buying TikTok.
Yeah, we'll get. I want that to simmer.
And the Jews literally just said TikTok is a propaganda machine, and instead of China propagandizing America, we're gonna we want. What?
There's a movement. TikTok? There's a movement right now, and that's why I discussed this earlier with the Charlie Kirk thing, which is we need to see what laws they push in the aftermath. That's when you know why the situation occurred.
Oh, 100%.
You know, the Patriot Act and the invasion of our privacies and freedoms in the aftermath of 9/11, plus the wars where we took all these resources and did all this crap in the Middle East, that was the victory of 9/11. Here with Charlie Kirk, man, I think we're knocking on the door of them making anti-Semitism illegal.
Bro,
we're going to turn into the UK with this on some
Me
level.
and you will be the first ones arrested.
That's right. You know, But we have the ace in our sleeve, which is our Chinese overlords, who we always
please.
Forgiveness, please, Hiroshima, Chinese overlords. We accept Yan on this show.
Konnichiwa, my Chinese brothers.
Dziękuję. I think that's Polish, but we'll give it to them. I know they like the Poles over there in China.
China, please save us.
Please forgive us and save us, and we will be podcasters in the future Chinese regime of the United China States.
I will say whatever you want. Taiwan, who? I mean, that is China. In my opinion, it's all yours, brother.
That's right. It's all China in our book, as long as we can keep doing our show, right?
I don't even call it North Korea. I call it New China.
That's right. Hey, all right, man. Yeah.
It's all yours, G.
Oh, man. Well, Mike, no doubt. We always accept yen on this show, people. Anyone out there?
Or ruples. No, do we ever figure out what the Jews pay? What are they?
Oh,
gold?
scruples. Or no, what is it's the shingles.
Jew money. We take Jew money, whatever.
I assume they control Bitcoin at this point, right? I think that's a fair. Yeah.
Oh, good call. Buy Solana.
That's right. Mike, fastest hour in the universe. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Good crowd today. D-Day, thanks for chiming in. #1 fan over there. Appreciate it. And we'll be back on Sunday, barring any kind of emergency here. Maybe I'll have news of a new cat. We'll see what happens in that time frame. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, or the start of your week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we'll be back on Sunday. DJ Rodfather here. Dr. DJ Rodfather.
This goes out to my aliens. Go to O'Reilly's, not AutoZone. Because O'Reilly's, they know what they're talking about a little bit better. Than
O'Reilly's. One headlight, baby. Yes, man.
I can tell by your spaceship one is out. So I think you'll still make it home.
We'll see you next time.
So long ago, I don't remember when. That's when they say I lost my only friend.